My friends, we haven't got no time to lose today, so let's just get started. Hello, everybody. How are you doing? Probably see me a little weird because... Yeah, it's a little better now, isn't it? Not too close. When I'm like this, maybe I'm a bit too close. But if I code like this, it's gonna be alright, right? Yeah. Hello, I'm gonna go get food and be right back. The boy. Hello, my friends. How is everybody doing? How is everybody doing? How is everybody doing? So, sorry I was a little late. I got home later than expected. I was planning to get home around 6:15. I got home at 7. Fucking hell. So, yeah, and also it was such an early start today at work and whatnot, but I managed to have dinner and clean up everything. So that's good. The light is absolutely awful because there's still light outside, so I don't have full control over whatever the hell this is. But it will get better. You can, in the meantime, you can have a bit of a view of, you know, my cat's cat tree if you want. Also, I want to stay up because I've been sitting the entire day. So, oh my god, what am I becoming? Like a year ago, I wouldn't have said that. I wouldn't even have dreamt that sentence a year ago. So, hello everybody. Nice to have you here. What is the plan for today? I'm going to show you a little bit of asteroids. I think I put in a in a decent enough state, I would say. Doesn't have any game-breaking bug like Frogger did, so I was a little bit more diligent this time. So asteroids, yes, absolutely, the asteroids. I don't think we have time to talk about gaming news and such this time around. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to kind of talk as we go, but damn, I can't do that joke now too. Unfortunately, maybe went for asteroiden. Okay. I suppose that is close to how you would say it, but not quite. So I don't know what's been. I mean, I kind of know what's been going on in game land. I suppose. News and opinion. Let's see what PC Gamer has to say. I will not spend too much time on this. Okay, I know what we can talk about. The freaking Steam controller is already sold out. It just came out and then poof, sold out like that. I kind of wanted one because I haven't tried the Steam Deck, but everybody vouches for the Steam Deck. I wanted to get a Steam Deck eventually, but now it's all out of stock, which is annoying because of the RAM and memory shortages. I hate the AI bubble. I can't wait for it to absolutely explode. But all that aside, we have the Steam controller. I really would like to try it out. It's some reviews say that it's actually pretty good, so I would tend to believe that. AI bubbles, scalpers, money in general. Oh shit, yeah, I know, my friend. I've seen that on eBay. Like it's already going for absolute ridiculous prices, which is sad because it's not what Valve would want. And in fact, Valve did put out a tweet today. I saw it where they said, we know not everybody was able to get a Steam controller, and everybody that wanted it was able to get a Steam controller. We're very sorry about that. It's awful. We're trying to get stock back as quickly as we can. So yeah, I mean, the Steam Frame, their new VR headset, I wouldn't mind that, but also I don't play VR that much. Although, I mean, I've got an Oculus Quest. It's not exactly the most comfortable thing to wear. So maybe that's why I don't play it that much. I have the Index and it still is delicious. I was curious about the Vive back when I had money to spend. Now, not in this economy, I don't. But yeah, maybe I don't think I will get the Steam Machine because I already have the already pretty powerful PC. I don't see a reason for that. I would like to get the Steam Deck one day, but I would also like to. I think the Steam controller is a little bit more in my budget at the moment. I'm trying to be a little bit more considerate with the money that I spend. But yeah. But without further ado, let's get into our game dev stuff. So here's asteroids. I'm pretty confident it's not going to break entirely. I've tried to be as diligent as I could. So hopefully it works very well. But let's see. So, well, this is wrong already. So that's very good to know. You give me a moment. Oh no, wait. Wait. I finished it on Linux, so I have to pull first. Let's wait for Git Kraken. Okay, pull successfully. Okay, beautiful. All right, so we've got everything, I think. Now go back into it. Yeah, the project name has changed and everything. So yeah, I think this is the correct version. I've good guy Linux. I have cheese sandwiches. Ah, that's nice. That's nice. Okay, so yes. Isn't it the most beautiful thing you've ever seen? I had a lot of fun with this, yeah. Nope, not gonna do that. Not gonna do that. But yeah, there's this little ship here, and then the asteroid just rotating. But anyway, this is the game. So there wasn't a sound for shooting, and I didn't import it. But look at that. I honestly, it's so fun to shoot around and see all of the particles and such. It's just very cool. Whoa. So it actually works pretty well, as you can see. It's nice. They spawn all in different directions. I think one optimization that I could do is make them spawn off screen and come in, because right now they spawn at the screen edges, so there's a lot of popping. It's not ideal. It's not the most polished thing ever, but it works. I don't. Oops. I'm dead. The rotation, the fuck, man. Yeah, it's oh yeah, I don't know what's happening to some of them. Oh, I think there may be like some conflicts with colliders at some point. Ah yeah, because yeah, no, I know what it is. I know what it is, but ow. Damn it. So, but it's fun though. I mean, I had a lot of fun playing this. Yeah, I think I know what it is. I think when if you hit a counterpart or something, then they, or maybe yeah, I think maybe like there's a rotation value that is a little bit too strong. Ow. Yeah, but it's playable anyway, and it doesn't break, as you can see. It's pretty cute. And honestly, I like the particle effects. It's pretty fun to play. I think I could tweak it endlessly, just make the ship a little bit more responsive, because right now there's a lot of sliding around. I'm not necessarily a fan of that. But they do. I kind of like that some of them rotate that strong and they come at you, because they're ow. Yeah, there you go. And then we are at 0 lives. You're gonna see what happens. I mean, it's just a very simple. There you go. And game over. Your score is 11,900, and then you can restart, and then you start again from the beginning. So that's the game. That's the game. It works. It's at a point you got the online scoreboard. No, fuck that. I'm not doing that right now. Nah. Again, I'm not posting these. So, oh yeah, I've done the sound. I'm not posting these anywhere. I've been thinking though, maybe at the end of the challenge, I will do a full sweep across all of the games that I've made. And then what I will do is maybe do the stretch goals, you know, do the shop for Jetpack Joyride that I promised I would do to quick score. For Frogger, I will fix all of the bugs that are currently game breaking. But I want to go through it, make games that are actually playable. Now Frogger has a few more problems than it should have, but all in all, it's okay. As soon as they teach me what I want to teach, then I lose interest in these. But there is an argument for, you know, cleaning them up and maybe uploading them all somewhere, maybe on GitHub and something like that as reference games and such. At the end, when we've done The Sims, you make a launcher with all the games you've done in it. Yeah. Although, I mean, a lot of these are covered by copyright. I don't know if I can redistribute them. But in a launcher, like, and be like, oh yeah, here's a mini game. Here's a launcher of 20 games, including a Minecraft clone. Maybe I can call it Blockland or something like that. I would have to work on the branding a little bit, but yeah. So that's it is a good idea. I was thinking about something like that, having them all in one place and actually having them, polished, finished at some point. Would be a very nice thing, like a very nice portfolio piece to have. Not that I need a portfolio piece because I'm not planning on becoming an employed developer anytime soon, an employed game developer. Oh my god, absolutely not. I don't think anyone would care if you drop a clone on itch.io that will get less than 100 views, I know. But Nintendo's lawyers might care when one of those clones is actually a clone to Super Mario Brothers. So, well, anyway. I will call it Super Ant Brothers or something like that. Anyway. That is Asteroids. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I think I struggled a little bit at some point, but then it sounds from Modern Warfare for my mod, and I've yet to receive an email for Blizzard about it. Okay. Instead of Mario Brothers, I dare you to make Mega Man clone. You know that I've never played. I mean, I've played some instances, like maybe demos and such, but I never played a Mega Man back to back. I played Mario's, definitely, yeah, quite a few Mario games. Never a Mega Man. So I know how it works. I know there's like the shooting mechanic. I think it actually would be, you know what, that's not a bad idea. I think it would be pretty fun to implement. Although, in Mario, maybe the block, the spawning, the animations, what is Kita doing? Having a lot of fun. Where is she? So yeah, but in Mario, what I like is like the physics of the jump. Although the physics of the jump, I can learn it in a million other places. Mega Man would be quite fun. Flying enemies, shooting enemies, and such. Who knows? Nakayla followed the channel. Oh, thank you for following over on Twitch. Welcome. So, what we're gonna do today is actually start PACMAN. Now, PACMAN is going to be a little bit stressful because of a lot of reasons. AI, first of all. But as you can see, I've already imported some assets. They are looking absolutely the cutest. But we're gonna have to do a little bit of studying before we can actually do PACMAN. So, my plan is we're gonna look at the spec from the 20 Games Challenge website. Then we're gonna open up the PACMAN dossier and actually study. I've got 2 links here that we can see. One is about the Ghosts AI. One is an entire thing of how PACMAN works. I think we need to be very thorough with this one because it is a simple game, but it has some systems that I really want to get right. I want to do as much as possible just because I love PACMAN. I think out of the games I've done so far, it's my favorite. Frogger is fun. I mean, it's quirky because of the Froggo and such. It's always cute, but PACMAN is PACMAN. I mean, it's one of my favorite arcade games ever. I remember spending a lot of time, even on PS1. There was PACMAN World, if you remember that game. The remake, by the way, is pretty good. If you want to try it, I played it. Obviously, PACMAN World Repack. It is pretty good. It's pretty loyal to the original. I had a lot of fun with it. But PACMAN World is really good. Good little game. PACMAN with face is so cursed. Yeah, but it's cute. I find it cute. Honestly, I think it's very cute. They did Repack 2. I don't know how good that is, but I know that the remake of the first one was pretty good. So PACMAN World on PS1, and I remember playing this game so much. It was so much fun. It was amazing. Look at that. Look at how cute that guy is. It's got a bit of a dead eyes, but PACMAN in Time or whatever is what I played back then. PACMAN in Time, I don't know about that. I also had Mrs. PACMAN, but the one for PS1, which was I think Maze Madness. Yeah, this one was weird. It was like a puzzle game with mazes, and you had like blocks that you could move around. It wasn't quite like PACMAN World, which was a bit more like a classic platform. This was top down, lots of mazes. I didn't enjoy it as much. It wasn't too bad. It had some interesting and fun mini games. I remember those. Yeah, these ones here. Like you could play with friends, and you had very strange mini games with mazes where you would have superpowers. It was kind of a Crash Bash approach to Pac-Man with those mini games. It was pretty cool. But Pack in Time, 1995, a strange 2D platform that was originally developed by a French studio. Museum Plus. Intuitive nature of gameplay, players might need a guide to succeed. Really? Pack in Time, 1995. What the hell was that? Alright. What is that? Okay, let's watch a quick video. For the Game Boy, apparently. I love that it starts as a strange 2D platformer. How strange can a 2D platformer get?
It's really old. I think it's from like the 70s.
Interesting. Is it like a Sonic clone?
It looked impressive for 2 seconds. Although in-time game is probably like...
Okay, pretty cool. So yeah, that's the plan. So first of all, I don't know why I closed that, but we have to go into the 20 Games Challenge website. And here we go into PACMAN. Oh god, reminds me of a game about an egg. I forgot what it was called. No, I don't know the reference, unfortunately, my friend. So game 5, the goal for this is to make an artificial intelligence, and not that type of artificial intelligence. Is an obtuse sounding buzzword, yeah it is, but the fundamentals of AI aren't really that complex. For this game, you'll be teaching a computer to think. AI is a well-developed field, so don't be afraid to do some research before diving in. That's precisely what we're gonna do. There are a lot of great tools and examples to make things easier. Also, the specific games already have well-defined AI behaviors, so don't feel like you need to reinvent anything. Understanding and implementing should be enough of a challenge for now. Yeah, I think that is fair enough. I mean, I don't have to implement a new AI, but at least copying what it is would be good. And as I was saying, I mean, PACMAN, one of my favorite little arcade games ever. I'm very emotionally attached to it, so I think I would love to make like a perfect clone as much as possible that feels just like PACMAN. It's gonna take a while, but yeah. There's tic-tac-toe, but like noughts and crosses, but there's a Conway's Game of Life, which I've never heard of. Game number 5, Conway's. Oh my god, the PTBS kicks in. Oh, I found it. It was called Dizzy. Okay, Dizzy the Egg Game. Dizzy Egg Game. Oh wait, this is somewhat familiar. Yeah, this is familiar actually. Oh my god, I don't know what part of my brain you are tingling right now, but yeah, no, this is familiar, that's for sure. Sleeper agent activated. So what's Conway's Game of Life? I mean, obviously, Panda, I mean, you are following the challenge pretty much as I do, but as you can see, there's other games here that you can make. Like, you could do Indy 500, you could do Space War instead of Asteroids. Or, I mean, you could do the exact same games that I do. If you want to do Conway's Game of Life, it would be interesting to see you approach that. Who knows? But yeah, here's PACMAN. So, Conway's Game of Life, actually, I'm curious to see what it is. Because I've never... Okay, there's no video here. Conway's Game of Life. What is this game? A zero-player cellular automaton simulation devised by mathematician John Conway in 1970. All right. Conway's... Oh, hi, Sven. Conway's GL is a simple simulation that represents life growing and dying based on super simple rules. Oh, that sounds super cool, though. It's a cool algorithm. There's a way to tweak it so that it generates a maze. I've done Conway back in uni and Java. It was hell. Haha, great. Conway's Game of Life. Okay. Interesting. Never heard of this. An introduction to Conway's Game of Life.
John Conway's On the Next Moment of Time. Of course,
we don't have time to watch all of this, but
right? Now, let's look at the glider in a...
I'm not sure I understand exactly. I mean, I understand the concept, but I don't understand exactly how it works. Nice to... I mean, I know that I should sit and watch an actual video, but... The gist of it is that you take a place on a grid and you set it to either black or white based on its neighbors. Oh, okay. It's perfect to teach you recursion. Yeah. Okay. I'm fine with that at the moment. after today, I think I'm fine with no recursion in my life at the moment. But it is useful. I did study it with Prime's data structures and algorithm course. the base case and pre-recursion, recursion, post-recursion, those concepts. That's useful. I mean, I can see a reason to implement recursion for pathfinding, for example, but never had a chance to do it so far. And also in Godot, you have the navigation agents, which, I mean, I could just not use, but yeah, no, this seems pretty interesting. So in terms of PACMAN, what we have to do is create the PACMAN maze, place a score and high score counter above the level and a life counter below. The maze operates on a grid. There's a tunnel that allows PACMAN and the ghost to wrap across the screen, appearing on the other side. Fill the maze with dots and 4 large dots, power pellets. Each cell in the grid will contain a dot or power pellet. Then create PACMAN himself, should be able to move in 4 directions through the maze. When PACMAN collides with a dot, he will eat it, increasing the score. Add 4 ghosts, they will chase PACMAN through the level. The ghosts start in a pen and are released after enough dots are eaten. Each ghost will cycle between chase mode and scatter mode. During chase mode, the ghost will move towards specific cells to give the illusion of teamwork and intelligence. And this is where the AI of the ghosts kicks in. Because red ghost Blinky will target PACMAN directly, will just move directly to where PACMAN is. Pink ghost Pinky will try to get 4 tiles in front of PACMAN. Already we're starting to get some complexity, probably doable, but still get some complexity because like you have to calculate the distance from PACMAN. So this tells you have to think in tiles, which is fine. We did it for Frogger. Then the blue ghost Inky will target a special position. Draw a line from Blinky's position to the cell 2 tiles in front of PACMAN, then double the length of that line. So that is Inky's target position. So from Blinky's position to the cell to, so say if 2000 in front of PACMAN. So say for example, if we go here, right? This is Blinky. No, sorry. Inky. This is Inky. It's very cute. Inky is very cute. So we got Inky. Oh, god damn it. Inky. Okay, we got Inky, right? So say PACMAN is there. 2 tiles in front of PACMAN. So here, say. This looks like 2 tiles in front of PACMAN. So we are targeting this. And we draw a line from here to here. Then we double the length of that line. And we do that. Is that like... I'm not sure I understand exactly what it means. Unless it is like this. And then like that. And so that is his position. His target. So like he overshoots PACMAN entirely. Straight line is sooner a pathfinding line. Yeah. That's I got to that eventually. So say for example, Inky is here, PACMAN is there, 2 tiles right here, and then you double the length. So you try to go there essentially. Inky will try to swap what side of the map it is, intercepting 2 tiles ahead of PACMAN. No, that's Pinky. Pinky will try to get 4 tiles in front of PACMAN. Inky will try to swap what side of the map it is, intercepting 2 tiles ahead of PACMAN. Oh, I get. I see. Oh, I think I see what you mean. So you're saying that like it would always try to get 2 tiles ahead of PACMAN and trying to try to get to the other side. Like if he's in, like say PACMAN for example. Say our good friend PACMAN is over here, right? And Inky is over there. Yeah. Yes. We got Inky over here. So 2 lines ahead of PACMAN. So he's on this side of the maze. So he wants to go this side, basically, intercepting 2 tiles. So this is what he wants to do. So say the line, I mean, I can't draw an arrow here. I'm sure there is a way. Oh, no, there is. There's a ruler. Say we do this. And this is, oh my god, look at that. So this is his position, his target. Like this is the 2 tiles ahead of PACMAN. So he wants to go over there, pretty much. Seems like, yeah, it's a walking index out of range exception. Yeah, Okay. So, essentially, but obviously if it finds a wall, then it just stops. So, it just goes like this. Interesting, I guess. That would be an interesting thing to try. Like, I can see there's like an angle here to 36 degrees. So maybe we can calculate an angle vector or something like that. Oh god, I'm already shaking. Then the orange ghost Clyde, lastly, will target Pac-Man directly, but will scatter whenever he gets within an 8-tile radius of Pac-Man. Each ghost is an assigned corner. Oh yeah, sorry, never mind. That's the next one. So that is Blinky. No, sorry, Clyde is the orange one, which looks very yellow here. So forgive little Clyde for looking very very yellow at the moment. But like we got Clyde, and oh my god, why do I keep clicking on Pinky? Yeah, there's something that's not quite right in Pinky. Oh yeah, because of the light. Okay. Sorry. I think I can lock it somehow. I don't make it selectable. Okay, never mind. It doesn't matter. Because I mean, I will probably disable these lights for now, but yeah. So there's Pinky. Okay, and there's Clyde. So Clyde will go, like, say Clyde is over here. We'll get close to Pac-Man, but like 1, 2, 8 tiles. So this is the radius around Pac-Man. If it gets any close to this, it will start to scatter and we'll go to like his assigned corner. Yeah, they have point lights because I wanted to make a glowing. I wanted to make them glowing. I was experimenting. Leave me alone. So, yeah. But yeah, okay. That's probably like a polish for later. Polish point for later. So, great. So then each ghost is an assigned corner that we will scatter to during scatter mode. And for more details of the Pac-Man UI, check out this detailed breakdown, which we do have. It's the gamedeveloper.com design and whatever. I didn't say anything yet. Okay, it's fine. Check out this detailed breakdown. But I might suggest humble radial gradient with opacity instead. Yeah, fair enough. I could do that. Which is basically what the point light is in this case. Because in Godot, you need... going to the point light... You see here this texture? I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you need like a gradient texture of some sort. So it is basically the same concept. Yeah, it's already that. Yeah, it's basically the same concept, but fair enough. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, the only way you can create. I mean, I know that. Yeah, I found out just recently that I don't have to prepare it in Photoshop. I can just make it here. Which I think is hilarious because all this time I've been asking artists, oh, can you make me a light texture? And then I could do it here. I did not know. I did not know that. All this time. All these years. So yeah, back to it. Each ghost is an assigned corner that will scatter to during scatter mode. So already we see chase mode, scatter mode. We need kind of a state machine there. And for more details on the Pac-Man AI, check out this detailed breakdown of using a modern game engine that you will probably solve some problems, such as pathfinding, differently, and will therefore have to improvise a little. Yes, I am using a modern game engine, but I want to make life difficult for myself. So for pathfinding, we'll try and create some sort of algorithm that doesn't use nodes, just so I can do something like that. I always have to upload a 1x1 white pixel into Universe so I can have a clear rectangle without textures for UI stuff. Ah, yes. That's game dev stuff. The game dev pains. So add the power pellet mode. When Pac-Man eats the pellet, the ghost will turn blue, scared, and will scatter. Pac-Man can eat the ghosts. After a timer elapses, the ghost will flash white, then return to normal. Eaten ghosts will award points, turn into ice, and then return to the pen before coming back as regular ghosts, presumably after another timer. At the win states and lose states, Pac-Man will die when eaten by a ghost, consuming a life. When all dots are consumed, the level will reset. Stretch goal is feel free to customize the maze, add more different AI behaviors or add more levels, and then add fruit pickups. Fruit appears after enough dots are eaten and awards bonus points. This is a stretch goal because I forgot about it until now. Just fair enough, my friend. So, pretty complex game that we have to make here, especially the AI bit and all the pathfinding. That is complicated. Compared to everything that we've done so far, that is going to be a little bit more complex. I don't see how Super Mario Brothers is more complex than Pac-Man. In my head, it is far more complex to have something like this. Because in Super Mario Brothers, what kind of AI have you got? You've got the chase and attack states. Maybe, sometimes. You've got the Goombas that don't even have that. They just come at you. yes, you do have to spawn a bunch of stuff. You have to calculate the different things and whatnot. But like, it feels like Super Mario Brothers would be a lot easier to do than this. But we'll do it. We'll do it. We'll do everything that life requires us to do. So, in the meantime, we got our asteroids here, which was completed on the 2nd of May. For your knowledge, at 11:37. So it was just before going to bed. Kida is having fun again. So what we want to do is PACMAN. There we go. So I've got this nice little list here of stuff that I have to do. I think today we won't be able to get past this, especially because we started late, and we are starting late, and we still have to do quite a bit of study. I would like to at least set up the maze today. I accept that PACMAN is going to be one of those games that is going to take me at least 3 weeks to complete. Plus, there's the jam in the middle. Oh, by the way, about the jam, I will try to stream next week. It's likely that I will skip Monday, and if I stream on Wednesday. Because Monday is when the jam starts. So I want to spend that evening just working on ideas and already getting started on on stuff. So Monday will not happen. But then Wednesday might, depending on the progress, where I am, and the everything else. Might also skip though. So just so you know, it might be that we don't manage essentially next week. We'll try anyway. So. Yeah, so the maze. The maze is what I want to try and do today. I have already kind of looked into it a little bit. Apparently, the best way to do it is having legal and illegal tiles, divided in tiles, so having like the resolution being divided, divisible, whatever, by, what is it, by 8, I think? Something like that. I remember it is something like that. Yeah, I think it is by 8. And so you'll end up with like a neat grid of squares, and then I have to find a way to identify tiles as legal and illegal based on what they are, where they are. Maybe depending on what they are surrounded with. I don't know. I could also do a tile set to build the maze. I have no idea. We'll find out. We'll find out as we go. I have to look into legal tiles and such, but I think that that's it. But I think today we can at least have these 3 quick wins, which are the score counter, the high score counter, and the life counter. And then we can start the maze layout, maze grade. We can try and do that. The wrap or warp? I don't know what I meant to say there. Wrap tunnel, and then we can try to spawn the pellets in every legal. 1 per corner, not 1 per cell. In every legal tile except where PACMAN starts. So we kind of have to remove that one somehow. I don't know. We'll find a way. But yeah, I'd also like to have the animation, you know, that you can see on some of the... I don't remember if the original has it. I think it does. But like the animation that like spawns the pellets row by row, I think it would be so cool to see. I think with a simple timer, I would be able to do it. So yeah, that should be pretty cool to do. And yeah, that's basically it. By the way, Asset Pack Hat Tab Games. No, not for this one. That is a good thing. For this one, I used the PACMAN assets. I think it was, the sprite sheet was in the Spriter's resource or something like that. What's the name of it? Oh yeah, the Spriter's resource. Okay. Yeah, here. I got it from here. It was a little bit painful because like I downloaded this and then I had to slice the sprite sheet. It was a bit of a pain, and there's someone who did a tool to actually slice them, but it's not very accurate. It's actually pretty crap. I think it was vibe coded most likely. So yeah, I had to just make it a nice, great website. Yeah, it is pretty good. But the problem with this is, kind of have to download the assets and then work it out by yourself. It's not the greatest experience. It's not like you go on itch and you've got them ready to use. But I guess, I mean, you do what you can. You do what you must. We do what we must. But this is where I got it. It's just the original. Ah, yeah, because it's the original rips. Yeah. But I like this. I like this. It's very, very, very nice. So what I will do is replace it with assets. Assets credit. I will do it this way so it doesn't sound like it was sponsored. The spriters. The spriters resource. Great. Okay. So we've got that. Beautiful. Yeah, and I was also looking for the Super Mario Brothers ones, but I don't think they're not there. I think they would be sued to, well, actually, okay, I take it back. This is exactly what I'm looking for. I have no idea how I'm going to slice this sprite sheet here. It's interesting, I will say, but okay. But yeah, someone did go through the trouble of uploading Mario style assets from the original Super Mario Brothers. That's nice. Okay, we can look into that. So yeah, anyway, that is the plan. We've got the maze to do. The next time we'll do Pac-Man movement animation. So we might be able to get started on the ghosties, but the ghosties we're gonna take a long time, probably more than one stream. Kenny to the rescue. Yeah, but like I like Kenny's assets, but I mean, I don't know if we did something similar to Pac-Man. Kenny assets Pac-Man, something like that. Probably didn't. Yeah, no, I mean it's fine. Oh look, these are useful. Development essentials, textures. I should actually download these at some point. Anyway, we've been talking enough. Let's get going. So, before we start doing the maze, I want to actually read a little bit. I don't think we should study all of it at the same time. I think we should study the bits that we need as we go through. But I do want to skim through it at least once, so that I understand exactly what we're working with. Now, here's nothing of classic games. Yeah. I mean, it did stuff that is inspired by those, but yeah. So there's this website, gamedeveloper.com, that has the PACMAN dossier, but it's named just like the other one, but it's not the same thing. But look at the level of detail here. This is going to be so helpful as a resource. But let's start with this. Actually, it looks like it's pretty much the same thing. Welcome to the machine. What's then? After that, gameplay details. Ah, yeah, okay. So I think it's actually the same thing. Yeah. Meet the ghosts. There's Blinky there. Okay. Fair enough. So we don't have to study 2 long-ass documents. Only 1 long-ass document. Look at that. I do feel like this is shorter, though. Maybe I'm wrong. Nah, there, but... I don't know. That's... a fair question. It looks like this one is a little longer, but anyway, we won't get stuck with that. So, welcome to the PACMAN dossier. This web page is dedicated to providing Pac-Man players of all skill. Let me just no, okay, well, never mind. This webpage is dedicated to provide Pac-Man players of all skill levels with the most complete and detailed study of the game possible. New discoveries found during the research for this page have allowed for the clearest view yet of the actual ghost behavior and pathfinding logic used by the game. Laid out in hyperlinked chapters and sections, this dossier is easy to navigate using the table of contents below. Same length, different formatting with more white space. That's what I thought. Yeah, there is more white space. You have a point. Yeah, there's a lot more white space here. It looks like. Yeah. Okay. This is actually more readable. We might go with this, but let's start here first. You can read it in linear fashion from top to bottom. Chapter 1 is purely the backstory of Namco and Pac-Man's designer, Toru Iwatani, which we might not read in full, chronicling the development cycle and release of the arcade classic. If you want to get right to the technical portion of the document, however, feel free to skip ahead to Chapter 2 and start reading there. Chapter 3 and Chapter 4 are dedicated to explaining pathfinding logic and discussions of unique ghost behavior. Chapter 5 is dedicated to the split screen level, and several appendices follow, offering reference tables, an Easter egg, vintage guides, a glossary, and more. Lastly, if you're unable to find what you're looking for, or is it something themes are clear in the text, please feel free to contact me, Jamie Pittman, and ask. big clap for Jamie Pittman for putting together this monster. I'm sure it took a lot of work. So it doesn't look like it was the same guy. I don't understand the relationship between these two documents. It's weird. Anyway. In 1999, Billy Mitchell, Will Hollywood, Florida, became the first person to obtain a perfect score of 3,333,360 at PACMAN, eating every possible dot, energizer, ghost, and bonus on every level without losing a single life in the process. But perhaps what's most amazing is the fact that he can play without using any memorized routines widely known as patterns. Instead, he relies on his familiarity with how each ghost behaves as it moves through the maze, using that knowledge to keep PACMAN one step ahead of his enemies at all times. Like Mitchell, most players are only able to rack up high scores with the aid of multiple patterns that take advantage of the game's deterministic nature. Famous Billy Mitchell is busy with lawsuits with YouTubers. I don't know about that story. These patterns require perfect memorization and recall to be of any real use. A single hesitation or wrong turn during execution can make the remainder of a pattern useless. Not surprisingly, an over-reliance on these routines leaves many a player clueless as to how to effectively avoid the ghosts and finish off the remaining dots in the higher levels once a mistake occurs. True. Most PACMAN strategy guides available on the internets today are very similar in content to the books that used to be sold back in the early 80s. Summary of gameplay and scoring is provided first, followed by a list of patterns to be memorized by the reader, but very little insight is offered on how the game works or how the ghosts make decisions. That's what we're here for. Therefore, the purpose of this guide is to give the player and game designers a better design understanding of PACMAN by taking a closer look at gameplay, maze logic, ghost personalities, and the mysterious split-screen level. All information provided has been extracted from or verified with the disassembly output from the Midway PACMAN arcade ROMs, along with controlled observations of actual gameplay. As such, I have high confidence in its accuracy. That said, if you notice an error or omission, please contact me so it can be corrected as soon as possible. Hope you find the information just as interesting and useful as I did for gaining a better understanding of this classic game. Special thanks to Don Hodges, whose invaluable contributions to this guide can be found in every chapter. I really don't... Oh, Jamie Pittman. Oh no, it's him. Okay, it's the same guy. Good. Okay, we don't need that then. I was starting to be like, is this plagiarism? It seemed too similar. I don't have any particular interest in computers. I'm interested in creating images that communicate with people. A computer is not the only medium that uses images. I can use the movies or television or any other visual medium. It just so happens I use the computer. Nice quote, Toru Iwatani. We'll read just the beginning of the story and then jump into the actual technical details. You might know the story about PACMAN. If I remember right, he was eating pizza and then got the idea for the game. That's all you need to know. It was 1977 when a self-taught, capable young man named Toru Iwatani came to work for Namco Limited, a Tokyo-based amusement manufacturer whose main product lines at the time were projection-based amusement rides and light gun shooting galleries. He was just 22 years old with no formal training in computers, visual arts, or graphic design, but his creativity and aptitude for game design were obvious to the Namco executives that met with Iwatani. They offered to hire him with assurances that they would find a place for him in the company, and he accepted. Iwatani eventually found his place designing titles for Namco's new video games division. His limited computer skills necessitated his being paired with a programmer who would write the actual code, while Iwatani took on the role of game designer for the project. Do you think game designers are still like a figure today? Because it's like, I feel like if you don't know, like the game designer is the way that it's described here, and the way that people like maybe even Tynan Sylvester or Scott whatever, the author of the Level Up book, they describe them, because like I feel like game designers today, they need to know how to code. Maybe it's just my understanding is not that right. Maybe because a lot of game designers in the indie scene, they're also developers. It's not like you can split it. They do, but they don't do backend. They're scripters. Okay. Right, yeah. I think like 20 years ago, or even 10, 15 years ago, see, told the Pokemon meme in the channel is true. What's a Pokemon meme in the channel? I think 10 to 15 years ago, they were like, level designers. They were thinking about the game systems and such, but I think now they don't. They're doing other bits, maybe. So, rather than make another space shooter, Toru wanted to make his game design take his game design in a completely new direction, did not focus on violence or conflict. Well, PACMAN is kind of violent, isn't it? It would appeal to both male and female audiences. Well, maybe it didn't want exactly the shooters. Oh yeah, very genuine picture of him eating a pizza with a corporate suit and coming up with the idea for Pac-Man. Design method good. Taking keywords with a story. Let me see. A better known legend, receiving his inspiration for a pizza pie with a slice missing was, by his own admission, not entirely correct. Oh, I did not know. Well, it's half true. In Japanese, the character for mouth, kuchi, is a square shape. It's not circular like the pizza, but I decided to round it out. It was a temptation to make the Pac-Man shape less simple. While I was designing this game, someone suggested we add eyes, but we eventually discarded the idea, because once we added eyes, we would want to add glasses and maybe a mustache. There would just be no end to it. Food is the other part of the basic concept. In my initial design, I put the player in the midst of food all over the screen. As I thought about it, I realized the player wouldn't know exactly what to do. The purpose of the game would be obscure. So I created a maze and put the food in it. Then whoever played the game would have some structure by moving through the maze. The Japanese have a slang word paku paku. They used to describe the motion of the mouth opening and closing while one eats. The name PACMAN came from that word. And then I know that they changed it in the West because puck... you could easily change it to something else in arcade machines. It wouldn't take that long to remove a little bit of the P and just turn it into, something else here. So, oh, by the way, I had to zoom in much earlier. Sorry, guys. So then, with the name and basic design in place, okay, whatever, the look and feel of Pac-Man continued to evolve for over a year. In fact, Namco, Pac-Man went through the majority of the changes. Cabinet was modified slightly. English names were given to the ghosts, and the Namco title was changed to Midway. The most significant change to Pac-Man was the name. Midway feared it would be too easy or nasty, yeah, there you go, for nasty-minded vandals to change the P in Pac-Man to an F, creating an unsavory epithet. Not wanting the product associated with this word, Midway renamed the game Pac-Man before releasing it to American arcades in October 1980. So, mastering Pac-Man and such, but 1982 Pac-Man merchandise was literally everywhere. And now we get into the many classic titles. Interest in the original coin-op title has never completely faded, thanks to Namco's release of Pac-Man and other arcade classic consoles. New generations of Pac addicts have worn their hands out playing a game often older than themselves. Yeah. It is older than me, that's for sure. Many classic titles kept alive thanks to the advent of high-quality arcade emulators available for the home computer, like Mame, or Mame, I used to call him Mame. They use a software copy of the arcade ROM chips to recreate the game with 100% accuracy. Several web pages with information about the original Pac-Man arcade game can be found online, including Wikipedia and the killer list of video games. Great. What's the killer list of video games? I want to go down the rabbit hole now, but what is that? What is that? Never heard of that. The Killer List of Video Games is the world's largest educational center focusing on the art. Oh, it's an encyclopedia. Extensive entries for more than 4,650 machines made from 1971 through to the present. Huh. Okay. So, gameplay details. As Pac-Man was originally conceived to appeal to women players. Oh, I didn't know that. It is a very easy and approachable game. I believe that is an ingredient in the longevity of the game. I mean, slightly sexist, my friend Iwatani, but what can we do? The basics. The premise of Pac-Man is delightfully simple. Using a 4-way joystick, the player guides Pac-Man up, down, left, and right through a maze filled with dots for him to gobble up. 4 ghost monsters are also in the maze and chase after a hero, trying to capture and kill him. Well, we know that. The goal is to clear the maze of dots while avoiding the deadly ghosts. Each round starts with a ghost and a monster pen at the center of the maze. Yep. Emerging from it to join in the chase. Pac-Man is captured by a ghost, a life is lost, the ghost is returned to the pen, and a new Pac-Man is placed at the starting position before play continues. Life was different back then. Yeah, true. When the maze is clear of all dots, the board reset and a new round begins. If Pac-Man gets caught by a ghost when he has no extra lives, the game is over. 244 dots in the maze. Okay, which means there are 243, right? Oh, no. Actually, no. Because this, I didn't remember that this space is considered illegal by the dots, but not Pac-Man because he can go in there. Okay, gonna have to make sure that we reflect that. Pac-Man must eat them all in order to proceed to the next round. The 240 small dots are worth 10 points each, and the 4 large flashing dots, best known as energizers or power pellets, are worth 50 points each. Okay, so we already have like a spec here. We need I need to take a note of this. So let's take notes. Let's take notes. We haven't done this in-depth analysis of a game before diving in before. I'm having quite a bit of fun. So notes. So we need 244 pellets, 240 small ones worth 10 points, 4 big ones worth 50 points. Okay, that's easy to remember. This yields a total of 2,600 points for clearing the maze of dots each round. Players have 2 ways to increase their score. Oh yeah, by the way, legal tiles. Tiles around Monster Pen are illegal for pellets, but not for Pac-Man, because our good old man Pac-Man can walk there. This yields a total of 2,600 points for getting maze dots each round. Players have 2 ways to increase the score beyond what is earned from eating dots. The first way is to increase the score each round by turning tables on your enemies, making them your prey. Gotta implement border patrol. Whenever Pac-Man eats one of the 4 energizer dots located in the corner of the maze, okay, we know that. Well, blue, they're vulnerable to Pac-Man. Okay, we know that. The first ghost captured after an energizer. Oh, there we go. I remember this. This is useful. It's always worth 200 points. Each additional ghost captured from the same energizer will then be worth twice as many points as the one before it. 400, 800, 1,600 points, respectively. If all 4 ghosts are captured at all 4 energizers, an additional 12,000 points can be earned on these earlier levels. Oh, yeah, that's so cool. This should not prove too terribly difficult to achieve for the first few rounds, as the ghosts initially remain blue for several seconds. Fair enough. Okay. Yeah, remember that. So I think I know how to do that. We just instantiate a counter that goes up for every ghost that we eat while they are in blue mode, in scared mode. And then based on the counter, we then multiply 200 by however many times. No, actually, no, this doubles the score every time. So we have to multiply it by. We have to multiply the last score by 2 each time. That's okay. So we store the current score, we multiply it by 2 each time, and then we eventually get to 1,600. All right. So ghosts when eaten, ghosts award 200 points for the first one, then double for each new one. 1,600 max. That's good. So soon after, the ghost's blue time will get reduced to 1 or 2 seconds at the most, making it much more problematic to capture all 4 before time runs out on these boards. By level 19, the ghosts stop turning blue altogether and can no longer be eaten for additional points. Wow, okay. The second way to increase your score each round is by eating the bonus symbols, commonly known as fruit, that appear directly below the monster pen twice each round for additional points. First bonus fruit appears after 70 dots have been cleared from the maze. Second one appears after 170 dots are cleared. Okay, so fruit spawn 70 dots twice. Let's say twice, yeah. 70 dots and then 170 dots. Each fruit is worth anywhere from 100 to 5,000 points, depending on what level the player is currently on. When the fruit appears, the amount of time it stays on the screen before disappearing is always between 9 and 10 seconds. Oh my god, I have to write all of this down. Give me a moment. Okay, let's do it this way, you know? They're probably a little better now. Oh no, we lost it. We were here. Okay. This is all pretty cool, and it's also interesting because it teaches me to think about scores in a way, in a non-arbitrary way, in a bit more of a balanced and designed way. So Fruit scores between 100 and 5,000 points, depending on level. Fruit remains between 9 and 10 seconds exactly before despawning. Exact duration is variable. Exact duration is variable and not predictable. So we can randomize it. Predictable. Executing the same pattern at the same level twice is no guarantee for how long the bonus fruit will stay on screen each time. This usually goes unnoticed given that a majority of patterns are designed to eat the bonus fruit as quickly as possible after it has been triggered to appear. The most used for the last 6 hours completed, plus the okay. Ghosts have 3 mutually exclusive modes of behavior they can be in during play. State machine time. Well, I was already thinking about that. Chase, scatter, and frightened. Each mode has a different objective goal to be carried out. Okay, so ghosties. We'll go back to this at some point. 3 states. We have chase. Obviously, find and capture PACMAN by hunting him down to the maze. He goes exhibits unique behavior. Blinky is very aggressive and hard to shake. Pinky tends to get in front of you and cut you off. Inky is the least predictable of the bunch. And Clyde seems to do his own thing and stay out of the way. Scatter. In scatter mode, okay, then it's fine. Chase. Scatter. Find and capture PACMAN. Hida, are you okay? I think she wants to play. I haven't been home today, so she's probably a little sad. I'm not really paying attention to her. She's just playing by herself, but that's okay. If she plays by herself, it's fine. In scatter mode, the ghosts give up the chase for a few seconds and head for their respective home corners. There's a welcome but brief rest. Soon enough, they will revert to chase mode and be after PACMAN again. Frightened. Ghosts enter frightened mode whenever PACMAN eats one of the 4 energizers located in the far corners of the maze. In the early levels, the ghosts will all turn dark blue, meaning they're vulnerable, and aimlessly wander the maze for a few seconds. They will flash moments before returning to their previous mode of behavior. When do they go to scatter mode, though? I thought they would go to scatter mode when frightened. But here it says that they just aimlessly wander the maze. Okay, I'm interested in knowing when scatter mode occurs. When does it occur? Ghosts go to their home corners. When does it occur? Okay, and then frightened. Ghosts turn blue. Can be eaten. So I think at that point we can enable the hitbox and disable the hurt box. So we switch them depending on state. Ghosts turn blue, can be eaten. Wander aimlessly until time runs out. Go back to previous mode of behavior. And if I remember right, if eaten, return to pen and re-enter maze after a few seconds. Because they don't re-enter the pen right away. They get into the pen, they start bouncing around, but then they get out. And they don't all get out at the same time. They just stay in there for a few seconds, and then the gate gets opened. Okay, reversal of fortune. In all 3 modes of behavior, the ghosts are prohibited from reversing their direction of travel. Okay, as such, they can only choose between continuing on their current course or turning off to one side or the other at the next intersection. I never noticed that. So so this is useful. So if PACMAN goes like this, and Blinky, say, is going this way, suddenly PACMAN, say for example PACMAN reverses, because PACMAN can reverse direction, and starts going that way, then Blinky cannot go that way. Blinky needs to do this. So they can only move forward. wherever they're going. They can't reverse. Okay. This is really, really important. So ghosts cannot reverse direction of travel. Big exclamation points. Also, you can't read what the hell I'm writing here. I'll put this one big as well. That makes pathfinding kind of easy. Yeah. So basically you have to kind of do the draw a vector, I would say, or something like that. You kind of have to work out the vector to PACMAN. By you have to keep going forward. So yeah, okay, that's really interesting. Good to know. Okay. So, thus, once a ghost chooses which way to go to maze intersection, it has no option but to continue forward on that path until the next intersection is reached. You don't have to trace paths, you just need to check which grid in front of you takes you towards player the fastest. Yeah. Of course, if you spent any time playing Pac-Man, you already know the ghosts will reverse a direction at certain times. But how can this be if they're expressly prohibited from doing so on their own? Oh, okay. The answer is when changing modes, the system can override the ghost's normal behavior, forcing them to go the opposite way. Whenever this happens, it is a visual indicator of their behavior changing from one mode to another. Okay. Ghosts are forced to reverse direction by the system anytime the mode changes from chase to scatter, chase to frightened, scatter to chase, and scatter to frightened. Ghosts do not reverse direction when changing back from frightened to chase or scatter modes. Okay. I'm a little confused here, but okay. Right. That's fair enough. Pac-Man Challenge is going to be done 2028. Yeah. Goes first to reverse direction by the system anytime the mode changes from chase to scatter. Okay. Goes cannot reverse direction of travel. Can only reverse direction. Will only be forced to reverse direction when changing state. Chase to scatter, chase to frightened, scatter to chase, scatter to frightened, not frightened, frightened to chase or scatter, or to scatter. So if they're frightened, yeah, I think I remember that. I can see that. So if they're frightened, whatever direction they're going, when they get out of frightened state, they keep going in that direction. Okay. So they cannot reverse otherwise. This seems like a very, very big level of detail, like for their behavior, but we'll try and make it happen. We'll see. Okay, when the system forces the ghost to reverse course, they do not necessarily change direction simultaneously. Some ghosts may continue forward for a fraction of a second before turning around. Oh yeah, because they need to maybe finish traveling along their cell. The delay between when the system signals a reversal and when a ghost actually responds depends on how long it takes the ghost to enter the next game tile. Exactly. A longest person curse after the reversal signal is. By the way, Pac-Man sold over 43 million combined units. That's nice. Once the ghost enters a new tile, it will obey the reversal signal and turn around. Okay, ghosts alternate between scatter and chase modes during gameplay at predetermined intervals. Oh. Okay. These mode changes are easy to spot as the ghosts simultaneously reverse direction when they occur. Scatter modes have happened 4 times per level before the ghosts stay in chase mode indefinitely. Okay. Good players will take full advantage of the scatter periods by using the brief moment when the ghosts are not chasing Pac-Man to clear dots from the more dangerous areas of the maze. The scatter chase timer gets reset whenever a life is lost or a level is completed. At the start of a level or after losing a life, ghosts emerge from the ghost pen already in the first of the 4 scatter modes. For the first 4 levels, the first 2 scatter periods, okay, I'm not gonna care about that because we're only gonna do 1 level. Damn, are there Pac-Man speedrunners? I'm probably sure there are. Okay. Okay, I've got it. It's this. Alternate between chase and scatter at specific time intervals. Scatter can only happen 4 times per level Level starts in first scatter mode. Dying or completing a level resets the scatter counter. This is very, very interesting. Okay, for the first 4 levels, the first 2 scatter periods last for 7 seconds each. Okay, we can do this. Oh, wait. Okay, right. First, for the first and second. Oh, okay. They. Ooh. Oh, okay. So they change every time. Oh my god. All right. Okay. So we're only looking at level 1, really, but. Okay, so oh my god, no, we actually need to do the states like separately. So states and then chase, it's gonna have to be turn heading 4. Turn heading 4 and then turn heading 4. A bit of structure here. Gesundheit. Crispino records 37 seconds, 867 milliseconds. State machine incoming, take over. Yeah. No, there's going to be states here, 100%. Oh yes, I'm so excited. I like making state machines. I think they're a very clean pattern that we have in game development. It's really cool. I mean, obviously they can be used elsewhere too. I'm pretty sure they use elsewhere too. Yeah, of course, because in apps as well, you need sort of state machine for a bunch of stuff. But it's a very neat pattern. I think it gives me structure, and it's like containers for behavior. It works really well for my brain, so I'm looking forward to it. So, scatter. Timings. We have 7 seconds. Actually, we'll do it like this. 7 seconds. 7 seconds. 5 seconds. 5 seconds. Each chase state lasts 20 seconds until the last one, which then remains, becomes indefinite. And what I will do is actually, because I'm a good person, and I will thank myself in the future, I will simply copy only and put it right here. Being excited for a state machine was not on my bingo card. I think I've never done a proper state machine with sub-state machines. You have to start hating development to enjoy it. I don't know. I actually kind of like it. I mean, right now I've only done it with enums. They've been very simple, but the concept I really like. Then I need to learn how to implement a node-based state machine with like not node-based. Sorry. Yeah, kind of in Godot is like the node-based state machine. So you've got like the node and then the sub nodes. And you've got every sub node is its own state machine. Probably a bit of a mess, but if you code them right, I do have a feeling that they make your game foolproof. At least. It's interesting then, from level 2, the chase, the third chase state is like 1,033 seconds. That's 17 minutes. 17 minutes, yeah. That doesn't look right. 17 minutes. Okay, 17 minutes in chase. So basically it's kind of like indefinite. And then at some point they will enter scatter again. Finally, you can do a proper node state machine in Godot now, since there's now the abstract. I need to look into the abstract. Because I know it's a very good tool. But anyway, okay. So we got this stuff here. It's 4 or 5, I think. Yeah, I've heard about it. Frightening behavior. Okay, frightened. Anytime PACMAN eats one of the 4 energizers on the level, the ghosts reverse direction and on earlier levels go into frightened mode. Frightened ghosts can turn dark blue and wander about the maze for a few moments, flashing briefly as a warning for, okay, ghosts use a pseudo number. Oh, okay. Ghost and blue can be eaten one aimlessly until they use use RNG to determine direction at each intersection until eaten or normal. This is why the frightened ghost movement are repeatable in the context of a memory pattern or sequence. As the levels progress, the time ghost spent in frightened mode grows shorter. Okay. The game starts with Pac-Man at 80% of his maximum speed. By the 5th level, Pac-Man is moving at full speed and will continue to do so until the 21st level. At that point, it slows back down. I mean, we don't have to worry about the speed because we're gonna do just the one level. We could expand it into more levels. It would be interesting to try, but I think at that point, I mean, I will have learned everything that I would want to learn from this game. So, as usual. Cornering. Pac-Man is able to navigate the turns in the maze faster than his enemies. It does not have to wait until it reaches the middle of a turn to change direction as the ghosts do. Instead, he may start turning several pixels before he reaches... Oh. We will not worry about that for now. And for several pixels after passing it. Turns taken one or more pixels before reaching the center are pre-turns. Turns taken one or more pixels after are post-turns. Players learn to consistently move the joysticks in the direction Pac-Man should go. So basically, you've got coyote time on Pac-Man's movement. Well, coyote time for overshoot, obviously, but you've got like a little bit of a buffer or to make the movement a little bit more responsive. Okay. Oh my god. Pac-Man movement is a bit more permissive than ghosts. Can turn before and after. Can turn the slightly before and after being exactly at the center of a corner. I don't think I care about that. Ghost styles are most depend. Cordon off air in his domain. Whenever levels complete or life is lost, the ghosts are returned to their starting positions in around the ghost house before play continues. Blinky is always located just above and outside, while the other three are placed inside. Okay. Blinky is always outside the monster pen. Other three are inside. That makes a lot of sense. So you actually have to make Pac-Man without any physics. What do you mean? Yeah, like... No, I think I'm gonna do it like Frogger. And Frogger was just moving... Like... Oh, well, actually, Frogger was using... No, he wasn't. I think it was using physics. I don't know. I have to think about it. Pink door on top is completed. Pac-Man ain't running in tiles. Pac-Man is running, yeah, I mean, no, that's true. He's running in pixels, I suppose. Counting the center. I think it's comparing the center, his center to the tile. Yeah, look at that. I think this is the distance between Pac-Man's center and the center of the tile. Wow. Okay. Right. No, I think variables. Okay, we'll look into the ghosties later. Okay, to do look into monster pen behavior. Okay. Right, so these are areas to exploit. This is all gameplay. So now, okay, this is what I wanted. All right, so we are into the maze now. And this is where we actually start doing some work. So, Maze Logic 101. We need to take a look at how ghosts are able to move through the maze in pursuit of a goal. All pathfinding logic described in this chapter is shared by the 4 ghosts. It is important to understand what they have in common before we get into what makes them different. Yay, work! Before we proceed, let's see how the game tracks the location of Pac-Man and the 4 ghosts, herein referred to as actors for brevity's sake. I'll keep calling them ghosties. The visible game screen should be thought of as a regular grid of tiles, each 8 pixels square. Can wait to be there tomorrow for 8 fucking hours. I know, my man. I know. I also have to wake up early again because I've got another call at 9 a.m. sharp. So I have to be in the office at least at 8:45. Okay, the actual pixel dimensions of the screen are 224 by 288. So dividing each value by 8 yields a grid that is 28 by 36 tiles in size. Okay, this is exactly what I needed to know. So here are general notes. Here are maze notes, which we're probably going to move under the general ones. Okay, great. So 224 by 288 for the entire screen resolution, so I think I already have there, but I may have to tweak it a little bit. And then divide by 8, 28 by 36 tiles. So here we go. We got the tiles. Each tile is either in legal space or dead space. Okay. Tiles are in legal space or dead space. I knew that already, but good to write down. The picture above, which is actually below, legal space is shown as the gray colored tiles. All other tiles are considered dead space. Yeah. This is where PACMAN and the ghosts can move, not necessarily where the pellets can spawn. So, okay. Actors only travel between the tiles in legal space. Each dot sits in the center of a tile, meaning they're exactly 8 pixels, one tile, apart. This is useful for estimating distances during gameplay. Not that we give a shit about the distances during gameplay, but we do give a shit about the distances when spawning these things. So, pellets spawn at the exact center of a tile. Okay. Now we're getting into the interesting stuff. I mean, it was interesting before too, but now it's getting practical. What tile am I in? As the actors move through the maze, the game keeps track of the tile each one occupies. I saw this. An actor is only associated with a single tile at a time, although its graphic will overlap into the surrounding tiles. The location of the actor's center point is what determines the tile it occupies at any given time. As the actors can move at pixel level precision, they're often not centered directly on top of the tile they are in. Consider the following example. Right, so basically what we have to do is we have to snap the collider depending on the center of the sprite. We could do that. So this is also very, very interesting. Actors are only associated with one tile at a time. Depends on their relies on their center point. We can put that one in there too. The transparent red ghost is moving left to right across a row of tiles in legal space. In frame 1, its occupied tile, shown in bright red, is near the left side of the picture. It does not matter that some of the ghost's graphic is not in the tile. What matters is that the ghost center point is in the tile. You can simply move colliders around and check for area enter. That's what I meant by physics, kinda. You can't simply move colliders around and check for area enter. Yeah. Ah, yeah, no, I know. Kind of have to, we're gonna have to see. I mean, we could try anyway. I'm sure we could work it out in somehow, but the frame 2 does move far enough for its center point to be an adjacent tile to the right, and its occupied tile is updated accordingly. The ghost continues to be associated with the same tile until frame 6, where its center point is now crossed over into the next one. Okay, fairly straightforward. I mean, it's the center point. Frames, etc. So, it says click image for full size, but there is no full size to click in the image. But yeah. So each actor is defined by the tile it presently occupies along with its current direction of travel. Distances between... Oh, there you go, yeah. It's, okay. Direction of travel, yeah. So we need like a directional vector. That should be fairly easy actually, because it's just in 4 directions, isn't it? So at least the direction vector does not scare me. Yeah, so distance between actors is also measured in tiles. That's what I was thinking. So we are going to calculate distances in tiles, essentially. And based on, you know, yeah, we can find the quickest path to the player based on the tiles that separate us from it. So yeah, probably some sort of like searching algorithm. A tree? A binary tree? No, I know. Fingos is 5 tiles away from PACMAN horizontally and 1 tile away vertically, for example. However you do that. Yeah, I have no idea how to do that. But that's what we're gonna learn. We're gonna watch some videos as well at some point, because this is beyond my knowledge, and I can't. I mean, I will try, but I'm sure I will work it out better if we can find someone who actually explains it. Something A plus. Yeah. Okay, so each actor is defined. Okay, relies on their center point. Each actor defined by current tile plus direction of travel. When you think about it, this is the original, you know. This is the original PACMAN. They had to hard code all of this shit. It's impressive. Something. I'll go. Yeah, that I was thinking about that one. Just passing through. It wasn't too long after the release of PACMAN. Oh yeah, I know about this. I saw it because I was just skimming through this dossier earlier in the week, and it's true. This can happen. Although I once read Dijkstra is shit, and you should use A star. I haven't done the A star one, so I am screwed essentially. So I've seen this. Basically, there are very, very rare occurrences where PACMAN might pass through ghosts because the center point just happens to intercept exactly at the same time, and so they both miss each other by a little bit. You can see it here, like in this example here. The target tile. Whenever a ghost is in chase of scatter mode, is trying to reach a target tile somewhere on or off the screen. A target tile is merely a way to describe a tile a ghost would like to occupy. So when they are in chase mode, Find and Capture PACMAN has target tile it's aiming towards. Merely a way to describe the tile a ghost would like to occupy at any given moment. The tile can be fixed in place or change location frequently. Whenever the ghosts scatter to the corners of the maze, for example, each ghost is striving to reach a fixed target tile located somewhere near its home corner. In chase mode, the target tile is usually, but not always, related to PACMAN's current tile, which changes often. In scatter, they go to their home tiles. In chase, their target tile it's fixed as they go to their home tiles. In chase, their target tile is moving and based on PACMAN position. I think you don't need to implement any of the pathfinding things. Since ghosts can only change direction and intersections, at that point you can just check which direction you have to go to decrease distance. Oh yeah, that's clever. I could do that. Yeah, I don't honestly, because of the tiles, I think I can just compare, like, yeah, I can just calculate the distance between the current tile and PACMAN, and maybe just change direction. Actually, yeah, you're not wrong, especially because, you know, I would have to basically do pathfinding calculations every frame, which I guess I would still have to do, but like their movement would be very frantic at that point, I think. Good luck having that work. So ghosts are always thinking one step into the future as they move through the maze. Whenever a ghost enters a new tile, it looks ahead to the next tile along its current direction of travel and decides which way it will go when it gets there. There's thinking one step ahead. Okay. This is part of movement, I guess. When moving, ghosts are always thinking one step ahead. Look ahead to the next tile and decide next tile along direction of travel and decide where to go. where to go when they get there. Will change direction of travel to whatever it had decided on a tile beforehand. When it eventually reaches the tile, will change direction of travel to whatever it had decided on a tile beforehand. So they make a decision on their next direction one tile before. They make a decision on their next direction one tile in advance. That is very interesting to know. Must examine the possible exits, but this is like, okay, to do ghosts navigation. We don't need to worry about this right now, I think. Then there's intersections and all the ghosts, scatter targets. Those are the corners. I can go over there. And then this, oh god, this is the AI section for the ghosts. So this will get interesting. And then this is a split screen thing, which is the 256th level. Integer overflow, I believe it's called. And this happens on that level, which is very, very interesting. 256th level. But yeah. So we won't care about that. And then it's done. That is that's it. Then there's all the appendices. So actually, we read quite a lot of it, but we read like halfway through. Well, not halfway through. Let's say not even 2/3. About 3/5, something like that. We still have quite a bit to go. But the next bit is going to be all of the like movement of the ghosts and like the scatter. I think the scatter is going to be the easiest to implement, and then we're going to have to dive into the AI and meet the ghosts and such. Okay, so I guess we have a good baseline to actually try and do this bloody maze. How do we do that? So first of all, we need to maze 224 by 288 resolution. I don't know how that's gonna look on Godot because I am on a 2K screen. 224 by 288 resolution. Close. And matches almost perfectly. Well, not quite. Don't know why. Yeah, no, that matches now, I guess. Okay, that's that looks right. You can override the resolution. Yeah, I know, but like, oh, it looks beautiful, looks perfect. Look at that. Okay, never mind. Ignore me. It's perfect. Okay, and I believe that PACMAN is the sprite. I believe it is just 8 pixels. Is that correct? I think it is. Yeah, I think it is 8 pixels. It's basically gonna be 8 by 8. Close enough. No, I think it's 16 by 15. Okay, well then it's fine. But it looks right though, and I didn't scale them, so I think that is I think they are. I would assume that they are 16 by 16. Because I did not scale PACMAN down. Yeah, no, it's scale 1 and 1 and 1, and the ghosts are the same. So they look beautiful. Look at that. I am very proud of this already, how it looks. Importing that, it just feels like the original PACMAN. I'm very excited. It's virtual resolution or something. No, but it works. It works. Well, I mean, no, wait, because right now I'm not looking at that. It's here. Yeah, I've got window width override 800 by 600. I mean, what happens if I do that? Sorry, what happens if I do that? Oh, it still looks beautiful. Look at that. Okay, will not complain. Right, now, so we have to somehow divide the maze. And I don't know if I want to do it in main or if I want to do a maze class. Oh, this doesn't work for web export. No. I don't know if I want to do it. I'm gonna, you know what? For now, I'm going to, because anyway, the point lights are all right, but like, I feel like they're not a priority right now. I want to work with as clean of a thing as possible. So buy point lights for now. They're super easy to set up anyway. Okay. Before I get to double every asset to increase resolution. Holy crap. Yeah. Okay. Right, so we know that we have width and height. We just have to kind of store it somewhere. But what we want to do is I think first of all we can go into the game constants, which wait, let me make sure I've got my singleton set up first. I do. Okay, perfect. If I go into the game constants here, what I want to do is screen height, screen width first, and we said that is 224, and const screen height equals 288. Yes, 288. So by having this, we can already divide by 8. Const tile size equals 8. We know that, right? So this way we can already divide the maze. Screen width by tile size, screen height by tile size, and we've got the vector 2. Yeah, I could do that too, I guess. Yeah, but okay, well I could do that, but I also prefer to have them separate, I suppose. Screen width, screen height. I don't know if I'm ever going to do like a calculation on the individual bits. I can always access the X. Screen size.x, screen size.y. I'll do both. Fuck it. I mean, I'll see what I prefer to work with. Const screen size. Can I assign types to constants? I don't remember. Maybe not. And that is vector 2. Why not? I mean, I don't see why not. This is an int. This is an int. Yes, the driving force behind every human. Fuck it, we ball. And this is an int. Also, I have to turn on the untyped declaration warnings. Untyped declaration. Oh, it already is there. Okay. Fair. Okay, we've got that. Great. So now, having said that, let's start in main, and if I feel like it doesn't make sense, I will move it to a maze class. So let's see. Oh yeah, I hate that you have to set this up for every project. Yeah. Why no editor setting? Yeah, I don't know why. Why project settings? I don't know. Maybe you. Yeah, no, I don't see why. Actually, you have a point. The fuck. Well, the good thing is that all of these games are templates for me now, so all I have to do is open a new one and it's already set up this way, because I didn't do it manually, I believe. I just duplicated a blank project, and for Super Mario, I'm gonna have the exact same setup already. But in any case, so on, so we want to set up the maze. To set up the maze, we want to make it an issue on their repo, but I'm lazy. They figured this out somehow. Yeah. Valid. So. So what we want is we want to create var. We want to create the grid first, and then once we have the grid, we can see how someone else will get around to it. Yeah. We want to create the grid and want to do it at when we start. So var grid, which could actually be a constant because it's always going to be the same. So we might as well do it. I don't think I can do operations in constants though. I don't believe I can. Let me see. Const game grid. That is a vector2, which is going to be made of screen width divided by tile size, and then screen height divided by tile size. Okay, that's fine. Game grid vector divided size. Parse error. But oh no, that's in main. Okay. And what is this? Warning. Integer division. Decimal part will be discarded. It shouldn't be discarded because it should be. Let me do it very quickly. 224 divided by 8. That's 28. 288 divided by 8. That's 36. What the fuck are you talking about? So I think it just gives me the warning regardless, because this is like, yeah, this is all divided by 8, divisible by 8. So here we've got the grid, and now what do we want to do? 36, don't you mean 36.0001? Yeah, well. It's a compiler, not a calculator. Fair. So I remember setting up a grid for the Fate of DB Cooper. And I don't remember what I did there, but we can find out. We can find out really quickly. Go in here, go to Game Jams. It was the Micro Jam, and that's that. Into the scripts. I believe is going to be in daytime. Let me see. Oh my god, Visual Studio, get the hell out of here. Yeah. Yeah, forest width, okay. Step size. Very clever solution I put there. I found it online, that's why I put very clever solution there. Okay, for iron range spawn count. Yeah, that's what I had in mind. So for iron range spawn count, which is how many... this is the calculator that I used for the things to spawn. But now, that's not what I want to do. What I want to do now is set specific tiles to be legal and dead zones. How the hell would I do that? Because right now we've got 3 rows, okay, 4 rows, and then it starts. But I don't want to have to count the tiles that way. Gonna have to give it some thought. But before we do that, actually, before we do all of that, I've just remembered that as a very quick win today, we can do the counters at least. I think that's going to be where we get to. Technically, we have the maze grid, but we'll see. I don't know. How can I? Unless I put like I build the maze in tiles. Like we're using a tile set, I mean. In which case, if I do that, then I can check, maybe give the tiles an ID, something like that. Like give the walls a specific value or something like that. I think maybe I can do that. If there's walls, the tile is not I don't know how It's, mm, mm, mm. I have to give it some thought, because this is the complicated bit that I was fearing. Conceptually, I know what I'm trying to do, but so wait a second. So here for range for item origin. Okay, here I was calculating the origin, where to spawn, and then the base distance. And then what I was doing, pick site initiates coordinate calculation, then horizontal offset, and it doesn't matter, vertical offset. Final distance was adding some jitter here. Round F distance minus step size times 0.8. I don't remember what 0.8 was, obviously, because imagine that. Never hard code values, that's what they say. Item.global position equals origin. Yeah, okay. So that's kind of what I had in mind. So I want to instantiate some sort of thing, like a tile, which I guess I could do. And then origin plus vector 2, final distance, vertical offset. And the origin is vector 2, cam5 school position dot x, position dot y plus 50. Then depending on the spawn count, I think where do I use I? Oh, this here. Okay. Oh, all right. Okay. So I can do something like that, I suppose. Step size is force width divided by spawn count, which was that. Spawn count equals max. Spawn count 20. Okay. Divides the forest in chunks. This is what I did last time. Just kind of what I'm doing here. So this is the calculation that I did for getting the... Oh, this is the step size though. Forest width divided by spawn count. Oh no, but actually this makes a lot of sense. This makes a lot of sense. Because now what I'm going to have is how many wait, what did it say here? How many 28 by 36 tiles. So now I have how many horizontal tiles I have and how many vertical tiles I have. Which means I might need like a double, a two-dimensional, not two-dimensional array, but like a nested for loop possibly. Yeah, I think a nested for loop would do it, because I would do like I would iterate over a row and then do it for each column. So it would be, so if I had to do it off the top of my head right now, it's not the hardest thing to do, but say for example, for I in range, game constants dot, I should do getter functions and such. I should get into the habit of doing that, but we'll think about it another time. So we've got the game grid, but that's, yeah, that's the game grid. Okay, so game grid dot x, right? Yeah. So this is the rows. Or am I trying to do the columns first? I think I'm trying to do the columns first. So for I in range, game constants or game grid dot y, and then for I in range, game constants dot game grid dot x. So for each column, for J, actually, sorry, my bad. So for each column, we iterate through the entire row. Hashtag row. Yeah. And then what I want to do is have some sort of thing that shows me that it's worked for now. So we know that we're building the grid. So what I want to do is Y is a column, X is a row. Yeah. So I want to do some sort of thing that's var. I don't know. I'll call it beacon. Just bear with me for a second. Node to d.new. And what do I want to do? I want some sort of like a color rect. Yeah, I can have a color rect of. Yeah, let's say yellow. Or no, let's put it white. Let's do it white, some sort. Something like that. Now I don't remember how to do the colors, but we'll see. So var color equals color rect dot new color dot color equals, and now how does it work? Let's see. Okay, one color. Okay, it's that color 1 1 1 1. That's it. Okay, great. Oh, can I also change it now? Oh, that's good. What in the English is that? Color square. Let's put it that way. Color the tile. Let's do it like that. Okay, color tile dot color. Color. Okay, that's a white one. And then what I will do is add child beacon, and then to beacon dot add child, and I will add the color tile. What I will then have to do is beacon dot global position equals vector2. No, I don't know actually. Well, one is gonna have to be J because that is the column. But then, you know, beacon dot global position vector2. Then we want to do what we want to do with. No, actually the I. So that is the column, and then beacon dot global position equals vector2. Oh, I have to instantiate. No, I don't have to instantiate it first. Or do I? I don't know. I times grid size, J times grid size. Yeah, okay, wait. Yeah, so I times grid size. Tile size. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I tile game constants dot tile size. Yeah, so that would do. Yeah, so the global position would be 8, then 2, but yeah, okay, that should do because that would then spawn the beacon in these tiles for every column. But sorry, no, that's not J. I'm getting confused with the J's and I's here. So J times game constant of tile size. So this will spawn the J, okay, and then at the I. So the I was I times game constants dot tile size. I think this is what I'm trying to do. So I'm trying to create these tiles as we go. Let's give it a try. Let's get ready to. I think it did something, but I. Oh wait. Wait. I think it worked. I think it actually worked. The only thing is the color rect doesn't have a size. Yes, I did not give it a size, so I think this is gonna be like a massive color rectangle. Oh wait, what's that? Why is this white? Oh no, sorry. I don't think it did anything. Actually, I do not think it did anything. Let me see if that is true. Yeah, I don't see any white here. Would be a lot easier to make for wine range, for X in range, but what do I know? Wine range for wine range for, oh yeah, no, that is very true. Why do I make my life that difficult? Just following conventions. Y and X. No, the other way around. I was happy. Okay. You on the global position. Do I have to instantiate it? No, because it's not a scene. It's just a new node. It doesn't have a size though, so I think what I have to do is color tile.color. Okay, it's white, and then colored tile.size equals vector 2, and I want it to be 4 by 4 because I want to see a little border around it. Let's see if that one does anything. Can we take a moment to say I have the biggest brain in this chat right now? I'm joking. Nice. Look at that. We've got the grid. It works. We've got the tiles. It's perfect. Beautiful. Beautiful. Can I get a clap in chat? You definitely have a brain of all time. Can I get a clap in chat for doing something as basic as creating a grid? Damn it, I should have done computer science. I'd be a lot better at this crap. If anything, for all the math that you have to do in those courses. Instead, I did humanities. I could clap with my ass cheeks. That would make me very happy. So let's see. Okay, having done that, we've got the grid. That's not bad. Now the problem is, how do we? Okay, we've got the grid. That is the first step. We're good with the grid, I guess. Get a room, you. We've got the grid. That is a decent first step. Kind of. I'll park this maze layout for now. Okay. It's a sexy diaries for a reason. Yes. So we are past bedtime now, so that's all allowed. So this is my little beacon. Confirms the grid was created. Woo. Okay. So now we've got that. That's good. We've got the beacon of the global position and such. Yeah, and we are fine. So now I think we can do the thing that I meant to do earlier, which is first of all resize this maze, because I am pretty sure it should be something like I think the best way for me to do this is just to grab this and plonk it in the engine. So let me just download it, put it in see if I can put it directly in there. Godot learning 20 games challenge CB because it's Codeberg. We got PACMAN assets, reference maze. I'll keep the Legend of Sexy Diaries alive as long as Ant is producing content in any way. I'm pretty sure that is going to pay off at some point, my friend. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be like, it's going to become a meme that more people know, and then you can say that you gave the sexy diarist life. Okay, so this is what we want to do, and visibility modulate. We want to do that. I don't remember the difference between modulate and self-modulate, but here we are. So we move this. Oh, fucking hell. Move this maze. We move it slightly, like that. That doesn't quite match. We can make it match a little better. Give me a moment. Okay. It doesn't match at all. It's just uh-huh. Then we scale it so that it fits like that. Okay. We've got a perfect reference of for them. No, not as perfect as I thought. I think. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay, so we got the perfect. We bust the PNG around and call the game done. GG. Yeah. Okay, so now what we have to do is score counter, high score counter, life counter, maze layout. I don't remember what this is. Okay, let me do one thing that I should have done a long time ago. Let's play some PACMAN. Not that, Google. Play game instantly. Okay. PACMAN is going very fast. Okay. Yeah, look at them. The good thing is that you can store the input. I'm gonna need some sort of like input buffer at some point. For PACMAN's movement. No. Oh look, they're scattering right now, I think. Yeah. Ah! Leave me alone, bitch! Okay. Okay. And done. Okay. Oh, look at how angry Blinky is. Okay, so pause that. What's this soft porn music? Okay, so the high score is obviously our high score. I don't know what 1-up is. I've got no idea what 1-up is supposed to be. We've got the life counter at the bottom. So is this a case for some UI manager shit? Probably is. Probably have to get into the UI manager and kind of do it. But let's do that. Let's do that. Oh, look at that. We already have some sort of like stuff that we can work on. What is the best font we can use? PACMAN font. Maybe the 1-up is from coins back from the arcade. Yeah, I think so. It's probably is that. PACMAN font. No, PAC font. That's not the PACMAN font. It is definitely not the PACMAN font. What is the PACMAN font? You have 3 tries for the 1 coin. Yeah. PACMAN fonts. Okay. Okay. Now we're getting there. Pixel typeface. Okay, this is what I need. What is that? Is that? Oh yeah, okay. I want up an arcade machine means player 1's turn. Love to have all of that knowledge in chat, my friends. It is beautiful. Okay, so we can extract this directly into the Godot thingy. Put it into the assets. Okay, we got MU logic. Good. The score label. What we want to do is, I mean, we don't have a lot of text on screen, do we? So what we want to do is make this is already unique, I believe. We're gonna call this save as. Gonna do a thing with resources, as I sometimes do. Oh, it's already in there. Okay. And we call it font label. No, sorry. Text label. No, pixel text. Something like that. And make a theme. Oh, okay. Okay. I can make a theme. Let me see if I remember the label. Yeah. Okay. Font. Beautiful. We're gonna do that, and we're gonna quick load our MU logic. Okay. Perfect. That's pretty much it. I think, where's the font size here? Okay. Why is that not update? Oh yeah, because I'm trying to. Okay, beautiful. Right. 12. Let's put it at. We need to save the theme. I know. 12, maybe 8. 8 makes sense, it seems. Yeah, 8 makes quite a bit of sense. The theme on top of on the top node of the control. Oh. Ah, yeah, I could. Oh, okay, wait. Save as PACMAN UI theme. Put it in here, you say? So theme, load that. How does that help me? Oh wait. No. 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 Maybe this is what you meant? Nope. Wait. Ah, yeah, okay. Yeah, I think because the canvas layer doesn't inherit. No, but this is fine. This works. I made it here. I need to reduce the separation. Oh no, wait. Something wrong going on here. I think. Ah, yeah. Okay. I think no, it's not the minimum size. What is it? What is it that's making them? Ah, yeah. Okay, wait. It's their alignment, I believe. It's probably. Yeah, it's their alignment. The alignment and the HUD container, which is like uber huge. So I'm gonna have to move it this way. Okay. That's one thing. But I need to put the reference maze here so that I can just see what I'm working with. Get out of here. So I'm doing that. Then that. There we go. Okay. Then again, as usual, we're just going to visibility and do this one. We put it down. Okay. So the score actually does not say score. It never said score ever in life. And I don't think I should have. I don't think I should do a HUD container. I think for the first time I should have them floating. It's because of how it seems to be. Yeah, well, now they've kind of lost it, didn't they? But what if I change this into, instead of an HUD container, what if I change this into, and I'm going to have to redo the scripts, but what if I change this into a simple control node? Yeah, yeah, much better. Okay, so this one can be around there. This one can be, this is not the lives counter, this is the high score. High score label. And we're gonna have to do high score. Oh, look, it's pretty much the same font. High score. And then we need to put the score on a new line. But we're gonna have to code it separately. Then, oh yeah, the pause menu, by the way, I think it also needs to have the same kind of thing. So I'll give it the same theme. Oh, but now, oh wait, this is because of the panel. Now this will create problems. I'm gonna do this instead. Ah, that's cute. Look at that. I do not mind that at all. It's very, very cute. But it's interesting that we can overwrite things as well. That's good. So then, what are we looking to do? We're looking to create the lives container. So the lives counter, and then also the fruit. How you always forget about themes. I just put a theme there. What are you talking about? I could put it here, but like the thing is, I've got a panel theme here. No, it's because I never used them, and I remember from my first jams I had to kind of try to no, I mean in general. I think it's because unfortunately I learned the bad habit of styling stuff individually, but it's getting there. I will remember it eventually. It's just that, yeah, but basically I've learned the bad habit of styling stuff individually in my first jams, because I didn't know how to, I learned how to do a UI there. I learned that you could style things individually. I learned to style buttons individually. And then I started putting different themes across everything. So it's not themes, but like the style box flat here, like in the panel. It's, yeah. Themes are so good for consistency. Yeah, they are. What I could do, in fact, is save this one, because I don't think, yeah, it's just got some transparency. But I could save this one and then add it to the theme. So I circumvent the issue entirely, but not quite yet. We'll do it. We'll get there. So upper, let's do like upper HUD container. No, wait, score. This is just score container. Score container. That's not score UI container. Yeah. Your competition are remaking retro games. Apparently someone is making working arcade cabinets in RimWorld. Working arcade cabinets. That's pretty cool. Okay. Well, I'm not going to be on retro games for much longer, I think. After Worms, it's... Well, okay, yeah, no. There's Doom after Worms. So, oh my god, I am looking forward to Doom, you know? That's going to be pretty cool. 1 hour to ghosty time, gotta go to bed. Oh no. Waiting for the post saying, can RimWorld run RimWorld? Have fun, much love, sleep tight. Thank you, Panda, thank you. We'll be here again, hopefully next week, if not the week after. But we'll, I'll try to make some progress on PACMAN, at least work out how to make the tiles legal. Because I think the most important thing, the most interesting thing here is going to be coding the AI of the ghosts for you guys. Good night. So it's going to be coding the ghosts AI for you guys and all of the stuff that I've been planning to do. So I'll try to get to that step as quickly as possible. Like PACMAN's movement, I'm going to try and code myself and then just show you how I did it. But then the ghosts we will do together. So maybe by next time there will be a working, like there will be the tiles with the pellets and such, but we're gonna have to work on the ghosts entirely. Or maybe not. Maybe we'll just do a lot of that stuff together. We'll see. The jam is gonna take a lot of my time next week, I'm pretty sure. Because yeah, I want to do it more healthy. I don't want to do it like I've done the previous jams, but I always say that and I end up losing sleep anyway, so so we need another one of these, which is the 1UP player label. It's 1UP. Simply this one we can simply move here. We just have to have it blink. We'll think about it later. Think about the blinking later. Yeah, in about an hour, I will end the stream as well, because, again, I've got an early start tomorrow, unfortunately. But we'll get as far as we can, pretty much. So let's see. So I want to do another similar thing to this, except... Yeah, actually, I kind of want to do it... Yeah, I kind of want to extend it to... Let me see. Can I extend it to... No, that's not what I wanted. Okay, but then I want to kind of make it a little, yeah, like that. Okay, perfect. Player label. Oh no. Player label goes over here. Score label goes over here. High score label goes over here, and in fact, this one I can pin to the top. Whereas these two I cannot pin to the top. I can pin to the corner, but then I have to move them anyway. Well, that would only apply for arcade machines, so you could replace it with a level counter if you're not being 100% faithful. Yeah, I could, but like, but also, I mean, I'm not planning to do more than one level. Although, if I have fun, I might do more than one level, because from my understanding is that the future levels are just mathematical variations in PACMAN speed, or the ghost speed, or their kind of values when it comes to scattering and blinking and being frightened. So if I code it well and make it easy to scale, so to speak, I could do other levels pretty easily. And I could even do them procedurally generated. I don't have to create a scene for every level. I just keep a level counter, and for every level I just do some sort of calculation, and that's done. Which I assume is how the original was made. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna copy this just to save some time. I'm gonna call it bottom UI container. And I'm gonna have a lives counter. Now on that one, we'll get to that in a second, and then fruit counter. Now, don't need that. Now the problem with these two actually is that well, first of all, I don't know how much time we saved because I have to do this, and then you're gonna have to well, let's put it to the bottom actually, and then we're gonna have to scale this one in this direction, and then scale this one in this direction. There we go. Then we have to put this one smaller. Okay, good stuff. I think we can do that too. So now what we need to do is have two things, and in this case I can use a horizontal box container, H box container, and have a maybe a control node. No, another H box container that is going to be the lives container, and then we're gonna have a I think another one actually, because I don't remember if you grab more than one fruit, I think they sum up and they just show up over here. So that's gonna have to be the fruit container. So what we now have to do is now we just simply have to kinda expand this somehow. I have no idea how, but we gonna have to expand this a little bit. And what we have to do is that, and then this. I have no idea where it's going. Fruit container. I also have no idea where it's going. Oh yeah, expand. Ah, there we go. Yeah, that's what I have to do. Okay. So now they are perfectly split, which is not necessarily what we want. I think we want them to be somewhat unbalanced, because there's going to be more fruit than there's going to be lives, if I remember right. So what we actually want to do is here in the layout, the custom minimum size needs to be, no, well, I don't know about that. This one, custom minimum size has to be, I think this is where we can be a little bit more. Oh, let's do like 500. Okay, that's pretty much what I wanted. And the problem is that it is expanding from the center. It's not expanding like, oh no, it is. Never mind. Ignore me entirely. Okay, I think this is a good spot to be. Okay, so they will kind of resize themselves accordingly as they need to do. And then, no, I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. So now what we want to do is we want to go into the script, and for the script, into the scripts, and for the scripts we have to go into the game manager, and here we have to start creating the game variables. So game variables, So I'm gonna do a variable called score, and that's gonna be an integer which starts at 0. And it's gonna be, there's also going to be a variable called high score. It's gonna be an integer that starts at 0. Then there's going to be a variable called player lives. It's gonna be an integer, starts at 2. 3. Then we're gonna have a fruit counter. It's gonna be an integer and starts at 0. Now for each of these, we want to do a setter. So set new value. I'm just gonna do it that way just to be quick. So score equals new value, right? Yeah. If score No, that doesn't matter. What we do want to do though is now we have the chance to go directly into the UI manager. We're gonna have to replace all of these. We're going to need the all of these first of all. A player label we don't need. Player label is fixed. No, that we do because we need to do the blinking effect. And then we also need the lives containers. Oh, sorry. The two containers as well. Right. So we got that. We also need the canvas layer and the pause menu. I don't know why I deleted them in the first place. I thought I had broken some dependencies there, some references. So, right. With that said, what we can do is, I'm not a fan of doing this, but last time I did it with signals with Asteroid, and it was a complete mess. It's completely stupid. So what I'm going to do is every time I update the score, I'm going to go into the UI manager and set the score label .text to string score. Then high score, set new value. We're gonna need var current high score int equals 0. I think we need both. We're gonna need to do set again new value, and we do current high score equals new value, right? Yeah. So set so what we want to do is, if current high score is bigger than high score, yeah. If it's larger than high score, then high score becomes the current high score. I don't think we even need to put a setter on this one because it's just going to be handled by the current high score calculator. At least that's how I see it. So then we have, again, here player lives, and in this case we're going to use a signal. So new value, player lives equals new value. If player lives is minus than or equals to 0, then what we do is signal bus dot game over dot emit. We don't have that yet in the signal bus, I believe. So we're gonna put it in right now. So game signals. I'm gonna call it signal game over. Okay. Game manager, UI manager, perfect. No, game manager. There we go. Okay, perfect. Then fruit counter int equals 0. Okay. We're gonna add to the fruit counter at some point. That's a bit of a given. But set new value fruit counter equals new value. But we also want to no. What we want to do is with this one we're gonna have to do something different. To do emit signal for UI manager to spawn sprite. Because the fruit is visualized through sprites in the UI. So we're going to have, every time we update the fruit counter, then we're going to have to somehow, this is going to be just a counter. I don't know what it's going to be useful for, but it's going to be a counter. And every time we update it, we're going to have to pass on also the fruit that we've collected so that we can spawn the same sprite using the same texture in the UI manager. But we won't be able to do it from here because, or maybe we will, because I'm not too familiar with setters. But maybe you could do this. Maybe you could do this and be like, set new value texture. So you have 2 values passed every time you set the fruit counter. And then what you do is fruit counter wait, expected after parameter name. No, I think you can do that. I think this is exactly the problem. I think you can have more than one. Yeah, okay, that's fine then. Okay, not a problem, not a problem. I mean, I could do a different setter. I don't know how, but okay. So okay, emit signal for UI manage response sprite, high score, keeps track of highest score. And now we need a few comments because I'm not a monster, so tracks player lives, tracks current high score, which actually we don't really need this. This is a little bit redundant because if we do this, we can do this. If score is bigger than high score, then high score equals score. They're perfect because I don't know why I was splitting it into 2. Keeps track of score, updates high score as we go. Okay, we've got that. So here's what we're gonna do now. High score. Okay, we've got that. That's good. We don't need any of that. Circle of highest score, because then every time the high score gets updated, this we can do. Set new value because this will be updated by the score. I don't know why I would do it this way because I could do everything in the score setter, to be honest, and just save some lines of code. But let's do it this way. So every time it is updated, high score equals new value, and UI manager dot high score label dot text equals string high score. Then we want a new line. Oh wait, is the new line like is it oh wait. Wait. Ah, yes. This is the new line, high score. And then we do this. String high score. Very simple. I think it's still useful to keep track of the high score somehow, so we'll keep it there. But yeah. So okay, update high score as needed. Beautiful. Updates high score if surpassed, something like that. My English isn't Englishing right now. Tracks collected fruit. Right, so we've got all of this. All of this is set up pretty much, and that's fine. And then what we want to do is we want in the constants we want to store PACMAN's texture, grid variables, grid constants. I'll call them. But then here we want to do textures assets. Let's say it that way. Now the problem is that we don't have a singular PACMAN asset, and that is very sad. That is very sad. What we could do is go in here, go open. No, not what I want to do. Show in file manager. I think I have affinity here, so what I could do is technically extract the sprite of PACMAN alone. Yeah, I do have affinity. Okay, perfect. I can do that. Extract PACMAN sprite. No, I don't want to log in, Canva. Did it crash? It probably did. Oh, so I have to log in. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. Gonna do that. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. License. I've got a free license. What do you want? Okay. Not what I wanted. All right, perfect. So now what I want to do is I need to crop this very, very simply to just leave one PACMAN. Do that. No, why am I doing that? I can just do this. Okay, wait. Oh, is that as far as you can go? Okay, that is very reassuring, my friend. All right. Okay, that is the PACMAN. But I think I want it to be even tighter. Yeah, like that. Like that is fine. Very tight to the pixel. Okay. And then I think we'll do a little export PNG. We'll call this... God damn it, I have to navigate through all of this. Godot, learning, 20 games challenge, CP, PACMAN, assets, PACMAN, sprite. Call it that. Beautiful. Don't save, because I will lose everything. And okay, and so that's the PACMAN sprite. So now what we can do is we put it here. Ugh. What I actually meant is we put it here. Okay, we got the PACMAN sprite. Good. So now when we go into the UI manager, okay, on ready, what we want to do is for I in range game manager.player lives, which is -1 because it's we don't want to spawn 3 of them. We want to do var live player life equals node to no, it's a sprite to d dot new, right? Yeah. Then player life equals player life dot texture equals game constants dot PACMAN sprite. And then what we want to do is lives container dot add child, and we add the player life. That's pretty much it. I think if I haven't screwed everything up, this will already work. I can't really tell. I can't really tell if it actually worked. We're gonna have to do a few things here. Let's see. Let's get rid of all the reference mazes and such, all the color rectangle. What the fuck? What? Ah, yeah, okay. All right. See? I don't see them, but it doesn't mean that they're not there. UI manager, curated pause mate, no. Bottom UI, no. UI lives container, yeah, there we go. I do not know where it is. Oh, shoot. I don't know why I did that. How is... What the... Okay, wait. Wait. I did not notice this. What the hell is this? Edit. Let's try to. Oh, okay. For the love of God. Oh no. Did I just crash this? Oh my God, I swear. Okay, new instance. What can we do? Great. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Save. Thank you very much. I don't know what to do with this. I'll keep it there for now. Okay, we've got it again. Let's try again, but I don't think that's working. Yeah, no, it isn't. Also, why does it have that now? Oh. Okay. Oh. Okay. So we're adding the child. We're adding the children, but I do not think it is working at all. Also, will not make it floating on the next one. Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see it there. It's very, 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 very sad. I don't remember how to do it. I knew how to do it. I did it for Frogger. I think it's the position because it probably spawns it as like the origin. So the children are there, but then let's see. Player life dot global position equals lives container dot global position. I don't know, something like that. Let's see. Didn't really do anything. I mean, I don't even know. Oh, it's there, I suppose, but oh, why is it? What does it say it's doing the? Oh, wait. Wait a minute. Player life dot size equals vector 2 8 8 no 16 16. That should hopefully do it. Oh no, I'll just for the no, wait, that's not it. A little bit confused now. Let me see how I did it for Frogger, because I do want to remember that. Oh my God, again. Let me go into learning. No. To Godot. Learning. Games challenge. Why don't I just put it there? Wait, give me a second. You know, I would love to put it there if it... Okay, well, I guess I will not be able to do something as simple as pinning a freaking folder to my side thing here. Okay. Assets. Oh no, that's not that. It's gonna be in the UI manager, I think, which is a singleton. Frogger, singletons, UI manager. Let's see how I did it. It's very strange that it's not working. So I'll stop there. Okay, set up lives, which is okay. Set up lives for life in range lives. Okay, new life container. Text direct.new. Oh, it's a text direct, not a sprite 2D. Okay. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Life, okay, plus string life plus 1. New life container.texture equals frog icon. Then life container add child. Okay, so I think I need the texture rectangle, actually. That's a fair point, because the sprite is not going to work. Texture rect. .new. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Which, just making sure. Oh yeah, I need to add the name as well. I think that would make things a little bit cleaner. So player life.name equals string. That is life plus I, pretty much. Because I think it's... yeah, I'll convert that into a string as well. Okay, I think now it's going to work. It did not. It did not work at all. They are over there. I can't see shit. I don't get why. I don't think it's because of this. I don't think it's because of the big grid. A little concerning that this is what it's showing. Ah, wait. What if I try and do that? No, I'm not. I don't know. I don't know why it's not working. I will think about it another time. Bug lives not showing. See why. Oh yeah, wait. I was still assigning a global position here. Not necessarily what I want to do, but I don't think that's going to fix anything. Yeah, no, it doesn't. Let me go back into... Oh, wait. I have to remember, actually, that we have a... Let's do that. Still doesn't show. Don't know. Do not know. Let's do a little bit of debugging, actually. Uh-huh. Okay. Can we keep going? Uh-huh. Okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. It does it 2 times. Okay, and then at that point, they are spawned, but they're not anywhere, are they? Let's do return for now, just because we need to... I know, I don't care about that. I don't know why it doesn't show up. It's very strange. Last time it worked like a charm. Retainer is there. Except they don't... Texture is also technically there. What if I change the texture? Let's see. Okay. The text is this. Okay. It just doesn't show the texture then. It's not me. Problem is not me. It just doesn't show any texture. I wonder why. Player life texture rect.new. Player life.name. Player life.texture. This is the PACMAN sprite. Lives container.add child player life. Unless it is a problem with this, actually. So lives container. What happens if I put a texture rectangle? Oh no, I'm at... That's why. Okay. I'm an idiot. I was hiding the canvas layer every time. Okay, it works. We've got the lives. What am I trying to do? Fit width? Yeah. And I still don't get why there's that little bitch over there on the right. I have to try and fix it again. Why the hell not? Okay. We just get yeah. Yeah. I would like to crop it as it is. Don't know if it's possible, but I would assume it is. Okay. Okay, for some reason it worked now. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, now it's fine. Yeah, now it's perfect. Now it's good. So what the other thing that I have to do is make sure that the texture actually, the expand mode is set to fit with. I've dot expand mode equals texture right expand fit with. I think that's gonna fix it. There we go, and we got the PACMAN lives. Neat. I like that. We do need a little bit of space though in between. I think I want the lives. Oh no! Did I just crash the entire? Okay. I think I kind of want this to be. Yeah, I want this to start there. That should be all right. Let's see. Beautiful. Okay. It could be smaller, but I think it's fine. Okay, we got the lives. Life 0. Can I minimum size? Can I do like no? Under mode sizes. No, I can change the size. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's good enough. 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 And then what I actually want to do is, if we can, I want to. Okay, so 10. It's 10:30. I think I want to at least finish the night by testing the score labels, and I can do this by going in here. Function unhandled input. If event is not input event key, imp2 input event key, then we return. Else, I need to add a new little action here. What I want to do is add test score, just like that. And for test score, we just put a simple plus. This way we can have some fun. So if event dot is action pressed test score, then what we want to do is game manager dot score plus equals 100. This way we are able to test the score. And there we have it, my friends. We got it. We've got it, my friends. I don't know what is going on. Ah, yeah, because it's returning here. But also, why is it showing me the maze? It should not show the maze. Why is it showing me the maze? Main. Ah, yeah, sorry, because the UI manager is a reference maze. Yeah, don't need that anymore. I'm gonna keep it hidden, but I might need it later, but okay, but look at that. The score works. Obviously, right now we have just the high score as it is. We don't have another high score to compare with, but all of the functions that we wrote, everything that we did, perfectly fine. It works like a charm. I would probably need a little bit more space between the high score and the normal score, just because something like that, because it was a little bit too attached. And also the new line is like the line height is too big, and I need to fix that too, which shouldn't be a problem. I'm pretty sure if we go into the theme here, Yeah, that's not what I wanted. If we go into the theme here, I'm pretty sure, yeah. We go into the theme and we go into here, the specifics. Ah, yeah, line spacing. Let's put a very, very, very nice 0. Let's see if that one changes things for us. Perfect. I could even put it at less than that. We could do a -2. What do you say? Yep, -2. Okay, perfect. A -2 it is. Okay, friends, we have the high score. We have a working score. We have a working high score. We were able to do the grid. With the score counter, high score counter, life counter, with the grid. Now, all we have to do is spawn the pellets on the legal tiles. So, work out legal versus dead zone tiles, which is going to be interesting. I think we're going to have to do the maze layout first. And to do that, we're going to have to whip out our tile set, I believe, because I don't think, I mean, we could use the reference maze, you know, we could use just this. No, sorry. Yeah, we could use just this. Just the reference maze as it is. But I feel like that's not going to work because we're going to have to somehow work out which tiles are legal and which ones are dead zone. For which we're going to have to whip out YouTube. So, PACMAN, legal versus dead zone tiles. Game dev. Let's see. No. PACMAN, legal tiles. How to identify legal tiles versus dead zone for movement. Identifying legal tiles versus dead zone walls is achieved through a grid-based system, which I've done. The maze is divided into specific 8x8 pixel tiles, which I've done, or a 2D array, which I've done, where each cell is designated as either a pathway or a wall. Here's how to identify. Okay, well, fine. So tile map mapping. Oh, and obviously, this is going to happen in the loop. So I've already set up the loop for that, which is good. So this is all going to happen here. So sets up the grid, identifying legal and dead zone tiles, which is fine. Like for every tile, then the algorithm needs to make a little decision as to whether it is legal or it is not. So, but how? Tile map mapping. The maze is a 2D grid array. You define a data structure, like an array of integers or booleans, where 0 or false represents a pathway, and 1 or true represents a wall. Okay, I could do that, but only specific tiles, often highlighted in green on maps, are considered valid intersection points for changing direction. Almost all paths are only 1 tile thick. Boundary checking. You check if the next tile in the desired direction is a wall type in your grid system. If it is, the movement is illegal and blocked. Well, okay. But so I need some sort of like, well, I could do like a 2D array. That would be like the low-end programmer way of doing this. So I would be like, okay, let's see. In pseudocode, this would be something like, if current tile is true, if current tile is 1, legal is true. If current tile is 0, legal is false. And then we create a wall or something like that. But the problem is then, like, if we were to generate this whole thing procedurally, we could do it. But, like, we would need to have walls that connect to each other. Like, it's going to be a mess. What I could do, obviously, is just count the stupid tiles one by one. And be like, okay, so first row, illegal. Second row, illegal, and such. I don't know about Godot, but in main languages, non-zero value is already read as true when parsed to bool. Ah, yeah, okay. Yeah, yeah. So that means if the tile is completely... Oh, that is actually a thing that I could do. If the tile is completely black, and it's not in the first 3 rows or the last 2, then it's legal. Otherwise, it's a wall. I could do it this way. I could check the color of the tile. Now, I don't know how to check the color of the tile. Of the current tile. So I would need a reference to the current tile, I suppose. Using the 2D array. But otherwise, I could do it... me thinks you should just hard code the map. So like, just create the tile set and have the walls like that. I'm gonna need like a set of legal tiles just to spawn the pellets and for movement anyway, you know. So yeah, I could. I think so. Yeah, that is the way. That is the Godot way to do it. I wanted to think if there's another way that is a little bit more like a non-Godot programmer would do it. I mean, in Unity, you would probably do it the same way, right? You would create the map and you would just find a way to just make some tiles, identify them as walkable and others not. Technically, I know how to do it in Godot. I could do like a navigation mesh, which in tile sets is tile map layer. Yeah. And then you create a tile set, and here in the tile set, then you edit the tile set, whatever. But then in the tile map, what you have is, say for example, I create, I've got these now. Oh, these are the PACMAN sprites. These are the maze things. So, okay. If I go in the tile map, in the tiles, the tile map layer, go in here in the tile set. Tile shape is square, absolutely. Tile size is 16 by 16, I don't know. Just somehow, I don't know what the options are in Godot. I mean, passing a file that is just ones and zeros corresponding to where you can walk or not and build a playable grid from that. Oh, yeah. I was thinking about that, but like, good lord, I would have to, good lord indeed. Like, I would have to like manually go in and count these and be like, okay, so 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 0 0 0 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 0. This is how I would do it if I didn't have an engine. I think I would pass the array, and then if the corresponding tile at the index and such, and it was that, then it is a legal tile, I think. But I could try and do it in a bit of a simpler way, maybe. I want to say, I don't know. Well, first of all, let me just see if I can create these tiles. Oh my god. I'm not entirely convinced that this is the correct resolution. I'll be honest. Well, no, it kind of is, but it's also kind of isn't. No, actually, it is pretty correct. It is pretty correct, actually. Yeah, it is. Yeah, because the corners are in there. Yeah, it is correct. This is the tile set. This is how it is. I know some people will use tile to get that map. It's a standalone grid map editor, but yeah, do it with tile map if you can. Okay. So I mean, the other way here is for these I can paint. I can set it up in here. I can paint a navigation mesh here. So navigation layers at element. Yeah, see? Okay, and then this is the layer. Then we paint navigation layer number 0, and boom. That's the maze. Done. Easy. See? That is the easiest thing ever. I think this maze needs a little bit of an offset. I think it's not perfectly aligned. So I have to work a little bit on this. But this is how like I would do it in the Godot native way, you know. This is, you create a navigation mesh, and then I could do it in 2 ways. Like I could do like another layer, which is for the pellets, and then if it is part of the navigation layer 1 or 2. 1 is for walkable people or actors. 2 is just for pellets. And then problem solved, you know. That's how I could do it in a Godot native way. I wanted to try something different though. I wanted to try something a bit more, I don't know. I guess I wanted to try something smart. Because I think it would be cool to try and do it in a way similar to how the original designers did it, the original programmers did it. But this I could do, and then, you know, if you can check based on the tile set, tile map layer, somehow I can find a reference to these tiles based on the coordinates. Oh yeah, the atlas coordinates. There you go. I can compare with the atlas coordinates, and then if it is part of the layer, then it is a legal tile. Doing it the convenient way is smart. Okay. Yeah, fair point, my friend. Okay. Well, but anyway, I'll give this some thought, and maybe I'll watch some videos as well, see if there's a very cool way, you know, to do it. Not cool, but you get what I mean. Like a bit more of a procedural way to do it. That doesn't involve having a 2D array. If that is the only way, then at that point I will just do this. You know, I'll just do or I could do the other way, which is checking whether the tile is pitch black. Because if the whole tile is pitch black, then, and there is no other color, then at that point it is a walkable path, unless it is in the dead zone outside of the maze, which I can simply do with like a range. That is easy to clamp. But that could be another way. I just need a reference to the current tile, see if it's colored, and if it's not, then it's walkable. There's not much procedural about a preset map. I mean, if you want to get into image analysis, yeah, okay. But yeah, okay. I will definitely give it some thought and have some fun with this. I think, yeah, I can put another offset here. But I mean, the solution is there. I mean, the obvious solution is using the navigation layers. I just like to be my guess, but at that point, it's going to take you more time than the game itself. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And also, I still have to think about the UI and such, but the UI, the AI. But then at that point, you know, once you have the navigation layer, doing the AI becomes, I don't want to say trivial, but it becomes much easier because, you know, the navigation layer is there. You can access it. Like, you can give a navigation agent to the ghosts and then simply code the navigation agent to behave in a certain way. It's done. It takes away a little bit of the fun for me, I guess, but maybe not. Maybe it's just, it's okay. But I get your argument on, you know, the convenient way is the smart way. So I will definitely listen to that advice. Now, unfortunately, I have to call it a day here. I am having fun though. Like this gets me thinking in very cool ways, and you can't even imagine how proud I was to have this work. I know that Panda helped a little bit, but it was nice to see that I just divided the game into the perfect grid for doing the calculations that I need to do. But yeah, now I know that basically in this loop, to do loop to assign legal tiles and spawn pellets. So this is what is going to set up the entire maze, the entire thing. Next time we're definitely going to be able to do it, or if I find out that, you know, the navigation mesh is the only way to do this, I'll just do it offline. And next time that way will be straight into PACMAN movement and then Ghost AI. But yeah, but this is not being frustrating so far. I'm actually enjoying this a lot. Compared to, oh, I didn't put music today. No, that was a sad stream. This isn't frustrating at all right now. I'm enjoying it because I've studied the game, like reading the article. I've taken notes, and now it's about solving these problems in some cool ways, creative ways that I can think about. And also, it was pretty cool to just have the UI work straight away. Like it's trivial maybe, but like 3 years ago, I wouldn't have been able to do stuff like that. Like a setter function, what the hell was that 3 years ago? That's stuff that makes me very proud of the progress I've made, and it's strange because I'm never proud of the stuff that I do. So, or almost never proud of the stuff that I do. So yeah. Setter, I hardly know her. Yeah. But yeah, like, look at this. This is not a hyper complicated setter function. It's super basic, but it does what it needs to do, and it works. And also, I set up the input. I basically didn't have bugs besides something stupid that I did here, which was hiding the canvas layer on play, which meant that the lives would not show. But then once I worked that out, the lives showed right away, and I was able to make it work. So I don't know. It's just it's very, very, very satisfying to see how confident I am about some of these things now. It's cool. I think I don't know if it's true, but but I think with every new game I'm learning, with every new game in this challenge I'm learning new things, and my brain is expanding a little bit. That is that's very cool. Looking forward to Doom. Looking forward to Doom is going to use a lot of raycasts, I think, for collisions. And then looking forward to, you know, I'm going to have to do Portal, and I'm going to have to try Minecraft. It's very toned down. Like, if you look at the spec for Minecraft, it's not this big system that, this big game that, you know, we all think about. You go into the 20 games challenge. I don't know what's happening here. I think we have, I think I have a little bit of a... Yeah, I've got something here that's not quite working as intended. I'm gonna have to look once I finish the stream. But like, Minecraft is much more toned down. Like, you're supposed to do a first-person player controller, which should be able to look in any direction, jump, walk, and strafe. Then create a voxel-based world using procedural generation and noise to create hills, trees, and caves. That's going to be the big challenge. And then the player should be able to remove blocks from the terrain and add new blocks. That's it. That is what you're supposed to do to actually get Minecraft to the acceptable state for this challenge. But then the stretch goals, obviously, which is inventory crafting system, day-night cycle, multiplayer support, absolutely not, water fluid simulation, enemies in combat, and obviously resource gathering. So feel free to add one or more on top of the basic mining and placing blocks part. And then add the option to save your game and load the word from a file. So yeah, that's it's actually a very simple Minecraft at that point. I'm gonna try and make it as complex as I possibly can, because Minecraft is going to be an interesting challenge. But yeah, and then Portal is just kind of the same thing. I think at that point we'll do Portal first, and Minecraft is going to be game 11. And then from there we get into the second half of the challenge. And that's going to be very exciting, because we've got in the list of games there. I've got the system here. I've got my little list of games that I want to do from phase 2 onwards. And level 11 is going to be... Yeah, there's Faster Than Light, there's Quake. But I think Minecraft is going to be actually level 11. So yeah, but then there's Rocket League, Super Mario 64, Wipeout... then it's between Gran Turismo and Metal Gear Solid. I need to choose. I think Metal Gear Solid would be really cool to try because of the stealth mechanics. Roller Coaster Tycoon, and then it becomes something like very difficult, like StarCraft, SimCity, Command and Conquer, and finally the last one is The Sims, and that's going to be so interesting to try. Looking forward to all of that. But in any case, my friends, this has been a lovely stream as usual. Always great to talk to you guys. Always great to have, because like Gran Turismo is what are your criteria to choose these? Because like Gran Turismo is an interesting choice. My criteria to choose these are well, let's go back to that. My criteria to choose these are whatever is on this list. Because this guy made pages for the first 10 levels, so the first 10 games, got to Minecraft and Portal, and then said from level 11 onwards, it's kind of your choice. You pick games that you want to make based on stuff that you want to do. And you choose the rest of your challenge. But I'm gonna give you this list from which you can choose from. So this list at some point has Gran Turismo, and I thought, and I here in Notion I ordered it all by if I go into the table, I ordered everything by complexity and scope, and Gran Turismo was above a lot of others. Like Gran Turismo was like complexity and scope based on the website, by the way, because that is complexity 5, scope 4. So I ordered it this way, and since it was pretty much in this spot, then it kind of fit around level 15. But I can also not do it. I can entirely choose not to do it. I could do some other game entirely. I'm not a big fan of racing games anyway. I don't play them a lot, so I don't think I would enjoy making Gran Turismo. So it's up for debate. When we get to that, we'll see. It's 10 more games down the line, and it's May, and I've only done 5. It's true that I've only started the challenge like in February, I think. I don't remember when I started. Let me see. When did I code Flappy Bird? No, sorry, Pong. In March. So actually, not too bad. In like in 2 months, we've already done 2 games. But I do expect that we're gonna slow down a lot from from game 10 onwards. Maybe I'll take a break. I don't know. It would be nice to finish it this year. But also, I'm conscious that some of these games, like, they're going to be very difficult. Like, doing a clone of The Sims is going to take a long time. But the flip side is that by the time I get to The Sims, I should be pretty skilled in a lot of stuff. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. I should be familiar with a lot of systems and a lot of, like, problem-solving solutions. And then at that point, it will be just a matter of putting everything together and making it work. But you know what? When we get to game 11, I will definitely accept new ideas, other ideas for other games and such, and we can discuss. Like the list is semi-fixed until level 10, then it's kind of free. So we could do whatever we want, essentially. By the time that you get to The Sims, the sanity will also be at an all-time low. I absolutely agree with that. Looking forward to Sims. Oh yeah, no, that's gonna be difficult. Because if you think about all the Sims, all the systems that play into the Sims, that feed into the Sims, there's the relationship system, then there's the props, and every single prop has its own functionality. Like chairs, you need to be able to sit down. You could add a narrator that watches over the Sims. I could do that. Yeah. Maybe give them a name. Yeah. That's true. Could be something like that. I think it would be really fun. And then there's Command and Conquer and SimCity and such, like Randall. Yeah. Yeah, I could do that. But yeah, so we'll see. We'll get to The Sims eventually. If I don't give up on this challenge halfway through, but I don't think so. I think I'm having a lot of fun. I'm learning a lot of stuff. And it's a good excuse to be on stream and be with you guys and do something cool. So yeah, and at the end, I will say there's, I think I said it last time. No, I said it to a colleague actually. I didn't say it last time. I couldn't find anyone who's actually finished the 20 games challenge. Maybe someone did, but like I couldn't find a video of someone who's done all the 20 games. There's this guy who tried out the 20 games challenge, and I don't know how many games he got into, but this guy made 6 games in 7 days in 2022, and then he gave up, didn't do anymore. Frogger and Godot in a day, 20 games challenge number 5. This guy in 2022 as well tried it, and then I don't know. Oh no, this is SDG Games. At some point, he was playing around with the 20 games challenge. He decided to expand one of the games, and then it just didn't complete the challenge anymore. So I don't think there is someone that has documented the entire 20 games challenge from start to finish, game by game, in a way that is like documented somewhere. I mean, I can blame them. It seems pointless at some point. It does. I mean, my approach to it is so long as I keep learning. Past 10, if you're not handheld anymore, it's just making whatever. Yeah, true. If you do stick to that list, though, maybe you can kind of work out the complexity of scope by yourself. You can kind of work out the things that you need to do by yourself to make like a demo or vertical slice or something like that. But I feel like so long as I keep learning from this challenge, I will keep doing it. And if I can get to 20 games, game 10 is going to be Portal. For me, game 11 is going to be Minecraft. So I just have to do 9 more games besides the ones that I'm being that I'm seeing some hand holding for. And so yeah, we will see. Although this guy 3 years ago made a Minecraft clone. I don't know if he did it for the 20 games challenge. Maybe not. 20 games in 30 days. Oh no, okay, maybe he did try the whole thing. 20 games in 30 days. That is insane. But yeah, anyway, we will get there. We will get there, and I will try to keep it fun at all times. And you know what? After game 11, we can just choose the games that we want to make. I would like to try and do a Zelda clone. And at that point, I think I will use the engine's features a lot more. Right now, I'm trying to kind of build the foundations to understand what is happening under all of those things. Before I actually maybe switch to engine features like nodes and such, but Zelda-like with nodes is going to be almost trivial, I think, if I'm doing like a very simple clone. So yeah. Okay. All right, my friends, that is me for tonight. I will, as mentioned, I will speak to you again, hopefully in a week. Depends on the jam, but it could be in 2 weeks. But we'll come back to PACMAN in 2 weeks and see where we get to. Hopefully by the end of May, PACMAN will be done. And we can move on to Super Mario Brothers, then Worms, then all the others, which I believe are after Worms. What is after Worms? After Worms is oh yeah, there's 3D, there's Super Monkey Ball, then there's Doom, and then there's Portal in Minecraft. So yeah. Right. Have the absolute best evening, night, rest of your day, whatever it is. I will speak to you guys on Discord as usual. And yeah, thank you for keeping me company tonight, as you always do. Have a lovely one. Wait, need to align with the right scene. Okay, bye-bye, guys. Bye.